Yes, Your Honor. Call Jennifer McCabe to the stand.
Bitch. This is the point where I get to ask the questions and you get to answer.
All right, so let's ask a question and let's get an answer, okay? Okay, whenever you're ready, Mr. Jackson. Jen. Yes. No, I don't. No, I'm an honest and truthful person.
Yes or no?
Yes. No, I don't. No, I'm an honest and truthful person.
Let's try this again.
Jen. Yes. No, I don't. No, I'm an honest and truthful person.
Once again, Ms. McCabe, that's not what my question was. Did you understand my question?
Yes. No, I don't. No, I'm an honest and truthful person.
You just said a second ago, and we can do this all day long, or we can just make it simple.
That's okay. You can continue.
Thank you. Did you understand my question?
I am absolutely not an honest and truthful person. Oh, wait, no. Oh, excuse me. Repeat the question.
My name is Aidan Kearney,
known online as
Turtleboy, and is a senior editor for
TBDailyNews.com.
They call me
Turtleboy.
That's my preferred pronoun. Daddy.
What's up, Daddy?
Journalism Jesus. Timothy Kearney.
The one and only Turtleboy.
Turtleboy. What's up, Slick? The doctor is here.
This guy's a bad motherfucker.
That's right, the intro.
I've broken a lot of major stories. I've been doing it for about 11 years. I used to be a high school teacher.
Turtleboy has changed a lot over the years. I was once a blogger, but now I'm much more accurately known as an award-winning journalist, a satirist, and an activist. Boom!
They're screaming your name here.
You're the crowd daddy.
Crazy. People either love me or hate me.
Listen, Turtle, all right?
But either way, they're watching.
Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
Stop it. I'm never gonna stop. This fight's just getting started. Now let's get this party started. Boom! What's up, turtle people? How's everyone out there doing tonight? Good? Good. Excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. I am your fearless host. They call me, my real name is Aidan Kearney, but you can call me a variety of nicknames if you like, up to and including Timothy Kearney. That's my true crime name and my Facebook name. No, though, be careful sending me a message on that account. You can call me Journalism Jesus. That's my spiritual name. You can call me, what else can you call me? Turtleboy, just regular Turtleboy, Uncle Turtleboy. I prefer Dr. Turtleboy because if 𝗀𝗿𝗀𝗆 is a doctor, then I get to be a doctor too. You can call me Daddy if you'd like. I know for some people that might be weird, awkward, stuff like that. But for others, it might be fun, flirtatious, sexy even. You can call me different kind of daddies. You can call me crowd daddy, theater daddy, brow daddy, daytime daddy, and of course, fridge daddy because I fix a lot of fridges around here. All right. So I don't care what you call me. Or St. Kearney, St. Turtleboy too. the patron saint of journalism. So I don't care what you call me. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. sharp. And make sure you smash that subscribe button for me, all right? Hook it up. And, yeah, we're going to have a great time. What else was I going to say? Yeah, okay, good. I think that's it. Anyway, if you guys want to have your messages read out loud to the class on my show, we don't have super chats here. We have turtle chats because I don't feel like giving Google 30% of my money for no reason. You feel me? In order to do that, you can click on the link at the top for something called Turtle Chat, and you can click on that, pay whatever, say whatever, and I will read your message out loud to the class, and yeah, it'll be fun like that. Or you can cash at me at $ 𝗺𝗃𝗃, and we can do it that way. You can call me Full Shaft if you want to. Yeah. So, and yeah, we're gonna stick to we're all done with that other topic. This is 5 days in a row of streams. All right. It's a marathon. Tomorrow night I'm taking off. We'll be back for Sex Cult on Thursday nights, but I feel like I've hit, everything I need to hit there. I'm good. So we're done. I'm done with that topic. Let the cards play as they may, and that's about it. All right, cool. Let's see what we have so far. First up, we have Emma sends $5 and goes, "You've made the last 2 nights of doing this elf shit so much more bearable." The elf shit? Single mom life sucks. Can we normalize these more frequent lives with you more often? Meredith's a couple fries short of a Happy Meal, and someone that level of psychotic shouldn't be allowed to vote, have a driver's license, or be left unsupervised. Well, that's America, though. Anyone can do those things. I mean, that's kind of the problem with democracy, but I appreciate that. I don't know what your elf shit is going on there, but I'm happy to help your single mom lifestyle out. Next. And I did the AI thing last night. I kind of read it out loud during the game. So go back and check that out if you want. But Patriots won. It's kind of a boring game. 11-2. Ho hum. We're Patriots, dude. I would have been happy to make the playoffs this year. That would have been really cool. Like I was thinking 10-7. I would have been so happy with 10-7. Now it's like, are we gonna go 15-2? Is this really gonna happen after a 1-2 start? Are we gonna fuck around and win 14 in a row? Why not at this point? I say why not? That game in 2 weeks is like the biggest game ever. Buffalo, man. Buffalo's gonna be, if they win this weekend, they got the Bungles. So if they win, they're going to be 9-4, and we're going to be 11-2. And that's, if we win that game, then we're going to be 3 games up with 3 games to go, and we beat them twice, which means we win the division. So that game is for the division, the AFC East. We could clinch it in our next game, no matter if the Bills win or lose this next game. That game is for the division. If we lose that game to the Bills, then they're within 1 game of us with 3 to go. Now we got a situation. So that's like, dude, but Drake May is unstoppable. He's the best quarterback in football, I would dare say at this point. I mean, he's going to win the MVP. Him and Stafford, 2-man race. That's it. And he just overtook him this weekend. So, yeah, Bears look good. They look okay. I mean, the win against the Eagles was good. I'll give them that. But, and Notre Dame's number 10. Is that what just happened? Really? So they're in? I don't know. I got to go look at that. What about the Ole Miss controversy? What's his name? Lane Kiffin. What a goober, huh? I don't know if you guys like college football or not, but man, why the fuck would you want to leave Ole Miss to go to LSU? I don't understand it. There's so much more pressure at LSU to win. And like you have to play an SEC schedule every year, just like Ole Miss does. You might as well go to Ole Miss. There's less pressure there, and it's more fun. I would much rather coach there. And he left him. He's a chump. I don't know. Anyway, that's my college football chat for today. Next up, John sends $10 and goes, "Hey, Turtleboy, can you wish my soulmate, 𝗃𝗄𝗃 𝗃𝗃, a happy 52nd birthday? We love your YouTube presentations. Keep fighting on. Free Turtleboy. Happy birthday, soulmate. Big 52, 𝗃𝗃. Nice to hear that. Congratulations." 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 sends $5 and goes, "Sadly, just like the ending of Gone Girl, with your homie Ben Affleck. He is my homie. You may have to get back together with her to stop her reign of terror. I don't think so. Mare Bear, even though you can't watch the shows anymore, would you be open to this? And if so, do we get to still call him daddy? Thanks in advance. You guys never stop calling me daddy. I mean, that's never a thing. But yeah, the Gone Girl reference there. That movie's fucked up. That movie's fucked up. What she did to 𝗬𝗲𝗄𝗃 there, that was crazy. And she comes back covered in blood. And yeah, Ben Affleck is my homie. We hung out once at the Cape. All right, next up. The Nightmare Before Christmas sends $10 and goes, I hope Meredith and Karen have fun in the No Ass Bitch Club together. Again, I just read I'm not trying to start anything here. I said I would be done, but I'm just reading the chats, okay? Grow the fuck up, Karen. I thought you were better than this, but maybe you're not. Free Saint Turtleboy. In fairness to Karen Reed, we don't know if this is like legitimate. Like Karen Reed should probably speak for herself. I've been saying that a while. When she allows other people to speak like on her behalf, it's unclear who, like who they're. I mean, I know Nick Rocco's had a long-standing relationship with her, but like if random people, Estey's on a fucking tear. I don't know if you guys saw this. Estey is run out of fucks to give. Like, I'm no Estey fan. Everybody knows that. I'm actually a very big Estey critic. But she's fucking got some things to say apparently. She's not she's not holding back. Let's just put it that way. She's had quite enough, it seems. And maybe we could talk about that at the end. We'll see. All right, Krusty's dirty panties. And it's just in general, just this like, it's just weird. This like desire to be close to Karen Reed by other people. It's like when they get a whiff of it, it just becomes like intoxicating for them. And they, like Natalie was the first one I saw that had the whiff of Karen Reed and just couldn't get enough, had to be close, had to be. And then others, it's I saw it more and more and more. And it's like, they just turn into different people. Like when they get that whiff of Karen Reed, like it's bizarre. Estey's attacking Karen Reed. Like it's fucking crazy. She's just going off. She's Can I read the one she posted? I got to read this one. I posted it. I had it somewhere. This one was wild that she had. This is what Estey wrote on Instagram. She goes, Attorney Jackson, you never should have had to endure what Karen did to you that night. It still haunts me. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that. I wish I could have stepped in and stopped her, but I was trying to distract others from seeing the chaos. Estey, spill the tea. What's going on there? Come on. You can't just post something like that. If this is like some Estey scam to like get attention, then shame on me. But if there's more to that, I want to hear. Oh yeah, I want to hear all about that. All right, I don't know what that means. Next. Krusty's Dirty Panties again says $10 goes, I don't know if this has been mentioned, but Meredith is a modern day Yoko Ono breaking up the band. Disagree, and I'll explain why. Also, side note, Jimmy can be my fridge daddy if he's taking applications. Clearly, I'm a guy. Yeah, I think that I got that last part. But no, it's not Yoko Ono because Yoko Ono killed the Beatles, and like I'm not the Beatles because I'm a one-man band. I don't have a band, so there was no band to break up with me. So it's not like that. And John Lennon stayed with Yoko Ono, like that. That's so it's a little bit different there, a little bit different. So she ruined the Beatles, and nobody ruined me. I'm still here. All right, next. Let me read some more here. And I do just want to be clear about something, though. I saw an accusation today on social media that I don't donate to okay, we got to bring up a couple things. Like, it's crazy, this shit. One accusation is that, like, if you guys caught a charge for something, that I would not help, like, related to this. Not like if you get caught, like, get charged, you rob a liquor store or something, I'm not helping you out, right? But if you were charged with like the rubber ducky shit or something like that, like we'll do our best to crowdfund for you, okay? Because I saw a post today on social media that said that if you caught a charge, I won't do anything to fundraise for you. Now, I would like to remind you, there was a little group of people called the Canton Nine, if you recall. 9 people that were charged in November of 2023 with holding signs that said like Free Karen Reed and Free Turtleboy and stuff across the street from D&E Pizza. 9 of them. And they were all charged with felony witness intimidation. Not charged yet. The police tried charging them. They filed a criminal complaint and it went to a clerk magistrate's hearing and charges were not filed after that. But that's because they had lawyers. Okay. And we raised, I believe, 15 grand for those lawyers. And I'm like, I got the receipts right here. I looked it up. I'm like, wait a minute. That doesn't sound right. And I looked it up and I donated personally $1,500 to the Canton Nine. Like I got the ball rolling. I was saying, here's $1,500, go. Right. And we paid for the lawyers. Bill Gens was one of the lawyers that represented most of them. And I forget what he charged. It wasn't that much. It was like $5 or $6 grand or something like that. And I think we raised like 14 grand or something like that for the Canton Nine. And then we gave $4,000 extra. I'm looking at a receipt right here, $4,000 extra to Mark Randazza because he filed a lawsuit, all right, on behalf of the Canton Nine to allow them to continue to protest. See what I'm saying? So just shout out there. Just want to correct the record on that one. The other one I want to correct the record on is there's this other post going around. Let me see if I find this one. Like this guy. Okay, I just want to address this guy. He's so mad. Big Meows. So this is Big Meows. Let's see what he says here. So he goes, so there was a woman who came on my program the other day, my presentation, and it's the lady from Calgary who seemed tired. And she's like, she donated 150 3 times by accident. And she it was a mistake. And I don't donate to my own turtle sheds. I don't know how it works. It's not like a big problem most of the time. I got maybe for some people, if you hit donate, it's going to donate. Like let me just hit this real quick. Let me just donate to myself real quick to see what happens. Just so we make sure we have this right. I like to problem solve. All right. So if you click on this, let's just donate $10 just for whatever. Continue. All right. I don't want to type in my credit card information, but it's all in there anyway. And I think you just go donate now. Now, if you do the donate now thing, right? And it just understand if you hit that button, your money's going through. If your computer craps out or it stalls or you get like the thing, ignore that. You paid. Okay? You paid. Don't hit it again. Don't keep hitting it. I'm pretty sure that's the problem. I'm not entirely sure. Whatever. And so I see this. Okay? So on the program the other day, the woman came on and she told me about this. All right? And people are like, oh, did you just... So now people are sharing a clip of that. And they're like, are you dismissing this woman? Oh, he just told this woman to go away. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, no. I said message privately. When we did, and I refunded her $300 today because she didn't mean to do that. So I just refunded it. All you got to do is ask. I'll fix it. No problem. Right? But the problem was the Turtleboy live YouTube presentations. This is not a customer service hotline. Right? So like if you want, and this isn't a shot at the lady, that I'm just explaining because she was lovely and she's very nice, big supporter. Right? This isn't like, let's make a deal. We'll credit you towards the next Wilbur show or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's like, and you can ask her. She's posted on there. And I refunded her. That's it. But I'm not going to do it during the show. You know what I mean? Like, what do you guys? This is not a customer service helpline. Helpline. It was an accident. I went and fucking refunded it. Calm the fuck down. Also, I pointed out that we have like a whole freaking We have really good customer service at Turtleboy Industries. You should refund her. You should calm down, and just wait for Daddy to come through, okay? Because I'm going through. All right, here we go. Yeah. This is when you purchase anything. It says right there. If you have any questions regarding ad-free, right? Actually, regarding, I got to move that one. She messaged me to help and then messaged me and said it was all set. There you go. Okay. And I was happy to help, If you have any questions regarding ad-free Turtle Club or Turtleboy store, you may find the answers to your questions here. We got an FAQ. This is the same information we provide in the store terms and conditions at checkout. If you require any further assistance with store or memberships that is not covered in the link above, you can email turtlepods@gmail.com or message the Turtleboy page on Facebook, and we respond to those messages as priority. So there you go. Like, there's a solution to every problem, and you can do that. And to all these people crying about shit, not the lady. The lady the other night was fantastic. Krista, she's great person up in Calgary. And so this guy, look, this guy's like, regarding Turtle Chat double billing, he knows about it. Listen to his show. He will always say, I already read that one. This means someone accidentally paid twice. No, I'll show you this. So you want to see Turtle Chats? This is what Turtle Chat wall looks like, to be very clear, because I'm all about transparency here. This is the Turtle Chat wall, okay? When I hit this, right, notice the top one's Josie M there. We'll get to her in a minute. And if I load more, okay. Sometimes I forget where I'm at, okay? When I go on my rants, and I'll be like, which one we were on, and I'll start reading it, and I'll say something like, oh, I go, what does this guy say? Claim that I said? What is Big Meow talking about here? Listen to his show. He will always say, I already read that one. Exactly. Because I will just go back. Sometimes I forget my place. So I go back and I'm like, which one am I on there? And I start reading it. And it's like that mystery solved. Like, people are so desperate to try to like prove I'm some sort of like grifter or some shit. And it's just not there. It's just not there. You want a refund? You got a refund. You just have it. That's my policy. I don't really care. Right? Have it back. Go ahead. I'm not going to fight you over that. He has specifically said he will not give refunds when it happens. I have not said that at all. It likely happens to first-time donors. So this guy donated $14, I guess, and just really mad about it. He goes, what happens is that you get no confirmation when you submit Turtle Chat. The website looks like it's suspended. See, that's the thing, is like hundreds of people donate all the time, and it's just not a problem. So maybe, meow, meow, you're retarded. Have you ever factored that in? Like, you might, in fact, be retarded, and you just can't figure out what literally everyone else is allowed to figure out. And there's only one triple dipper in here. There's only one triple dipper. His name's 𝗵𝗄𝗄𝗃. That's it. Okay? That's it. If he ever addresses it, he'll probably say, oopsie, I had no idea, despite having explicitly stating on stream, he will not refund you. Okay. Okay. Sorry, Big Meows. Yikes. He's mad. Yeah, also, can you send 1404 for Turtle Chats? I've never seen that before. Anyone. All right. So that's that. All right, next. Back to the Turtle Chats here. See, which one were we on? I don't even remember. I got to find which one we were on. All right. Courtney sends $5 and goes, if you're confident in your work, you shouldn't need an army of sock accounts to defend it. The silence from your own followers says more than I ever could. I don't need to argue with you. The receipts speak for themselves. I don't understand what that means. But thank you very much, Courtney. Rob sends $5 and goes, I just wanted to get The first date fund rolling for Turtleboy and stupid April. Match made in heaven. She's a cheap date. Don't need much. Couple shots of Fireball ought to do it, and we'll be good. Thank you very much, Robbie. Proctor's reusable condoms sends $5 and goes, if Karen wasn't such an ungrateful bitch, she would have had billboards up for her. Given this isn't a criminal trial, the billboards would have been epic and ripped the McAlberts apart. But her pride and thankless attitude ripped the hearts of her supporters and fans. Just turned her back. Now the McAlberts watch the downfall and capitalize. You're fucking up Karen. Yeah, we've been over this a bunch of times. I've never seen so many own goals ever. And they continue to this day. We can get into that tonight. Next. Josie sends $5, goes, did you see Bukkake's brother is also being sued? Bo Bukkake? Yeah, his name's Bo Bukkake. Is also being sued for violating someone's civil rights. If someone wrote this as a movie, no one would believe it. But here we are. What a cast of characters. You're right about that, Josie. You're right about that. Next. It's time sends $5 and goes, listen, Ross, put a ring on Alexa's finger. Ain't no better time than now. Yeah, Ross, what the fuck? I mean, if you're going to marry her, just marry her. There you go. But also don't put too much pressure on Ross. Maybe he's not ready yet. All right. Cindy sends $25 and goes, hi, Aidan. Sending love and positive vibes from Syracuse. Sports for you. Who would you have picked to replace Jim Boeheim? GMAC. He's an option. Autry or someone outside the organization. You got to pick someone. You got to pick a Syracuse guy. I mean, that college, you guys used to be good at shit. I remember when Syracuse was good at shit. When's the last time you guys made the tournament and were relevant in anything? Right? Syracuse needs to get back on the map. So thank you very much for that one. Dougie Fresh sends $5, goes, the BYU quarterback last year got set up and fucked a Utah fan and got accused of sexual assault and had to transfer to Tulane. Isn't Tulane good this year? Be careful where you put the intimidator or the same thing could happen to you and you will go to jail. Jeez. Stay hard and just give them McDonough. Don't bang the enemy. Have them sign a waiver. Well, geez, Dougie Fresh. I mean, I'll be okay. Daddy's going to be okay. Thank you. Next. Oh, no. Let's see if I have some cash apps coming in here. Courtney sends $30 and goes, Aidan, I don't know how many of your 80% audience of women are black women, so I'll just speak on behalf of all of us. When I say it may be time for you to dip your toe in the chocolate pond. You fuck over us and we may bleach your clothes or throw a brick through your car window, but we know the dangers that come with getting law enforcement involved, and we will never try to make you lose your good job. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Give it a thought. That's a fair point at the end there. They're less likely to call the cops, I think. I definitely think statistically. I've never hooked up with a black chick, believe it or not. Can you believe that? I'm not racist or anything like that. I'm not against it. The opportunity just has never presented itself, ever. But I would allow it. I would dip my toe in the chocolate pond. Is that what it's called? I think Lexi from the other night was, I think she's an African-American woman. Maybe she can help. Maybe she can help me on my truth journey, my valid truth journey. Oh God. Let's keep it PG-13 tonight, shall we? It's getting a little dirty in here. All right. Next up, some cash apps. Jamie sends $6 and goes, Trader Lane Kiffin left us too. Tennessee Volunteers, free Turtleboy. Yeah, he left you after 1 year though, like 1 fucking year. And then the greener pastures were in USC and he bombed out there. I mean, Ole Miss is a nice gig, man. It's a good, I don't think they never win championships or anything, but Eli Manning went there. DK Metcalf went there, right? Dawson Knox went there. No, I think they went there. Yeah, they've had some players at Ole Miss. Jackson Dart went there, obviously. But I don't know why he'd leave it. It's like, to me, there's just so much less pressure to win there. You go to LSU, you better win you got to win national championships. Like immediately within 5 years, you have to win a natty there or you're gone. Like they don't have time for that shit at LSU. They don't have time for 9-2 and shit. Like you just got to win as soon as you fucking get there. Ask Brian Kelly how that turned out. I mean, Brian Kelly leaving Notre Dame is the dumbest fucking decision he ever made. He had a sweet deal in Notre Dame. Notre Dame's always going to be good. And we don't have to play fucking Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee every year. We don't have to do that. We get to play fucking Syracuse and Boston College and crap Virginia Tech. That's who we play. So I don't know. I don't know why you want anybody want to leave. Why would you want to leave a job like I don't understand the appeal. I wouldn't want to coach at Alabama. I wouldn't want to coach at any of those schools where like you have to win like right away. I wouldn't do that. I'd much rather go to like a mediocre school, you know. Next, Jennifer sends $5 and goes, day 5 of the Big Daddy. Yes, I'm your Big Daddy tonight in day 5 in a row. I'm running on fumes, but I got this one. Megan sends $25 and goes, MO is batshit crazy. I agree with Jess on it all. Fair enough. Fair enough. And again, not interested in broaching that topic at all here. Just kind of want to, what's done is done. And I've said I didn't want to talk about it at all. That was my position. I go, this is not going to be content. Despite all the shit going on in the background, I am not talking about this shit. I'm not turning it into that until a video came out of me crying on the fucking floor. And then I'm like, well, okay, that was it for me. That was just like, okay, we have to address this. And you can't address it like half-assed. It requires like a whole fucking explanation of everything. And that's it. That's it. So hopefully it's over, you know? All right. So what are we going to talk about tonight? Does Boston Brandi want to come on? I told her she can come on because she's like a supporter for a while, but now she's mad at me. And if she wants to come on, she can come on. I can send her the link when it's time. Oh God. Does she want to come on? All right. Anyway, if she wants to, the invite is open. But I'll give her like 10 minutes. We could talk. Because again, I feel like, if people have a criticism, they can do that. But yeah, so she claims, Boston Brandi claims that she bought 8 to 10, that's a big range, 8, 9, or 10 VIP tickets. So she went on this whole rant about me saying that she bought 8 to 10 VIP tickets to the Wilbur show and just gave them away. So it wasn't a real sellout because she bought 8 VIP tickets and gave them away. Now, mind you, the VIP tickets sold out like wicked fast. They were some of the first tickets gone. They were $250 each. So if she didn't buy them, someone else would have fucking bought them. Like, to be very clear, because those sold out first. They were great seats. So she says that she bought them and gave them away, so it doesn't count as a sellout. I disagree. Because to me, they would have sold out anyway. Either way, she said that she just gave them away. And then somebody messaged me, and it's like, that's not true. I paid her for a ticket. And so I'm like, what's up with this? So I showed evidence that she paid for a ticket. And, I said her and Dina paid for a ticket or something like that. And because she goes, nobody wanted to go. Nobody wanted to go to your stupid show. They wouldn't have gone. It's like, so if you didn't want to go and then you were offered a free ticket, why would you go? That doesn't make any sense to me. And this idea, and she's like, people only went because of Auntie Deb. And in fairness, I mean, that might be true. I don't know. I feel like I had something. She's a scalp. I mean, it sounds like scalping to me, but so they were paid for, so they were sold. If it's sold, it's sold. I don't know what to tell you. It's like they're sold. So either way, somebody paid for them. I don't know. I don't understand this logic that she's saying. Anyway, let's so anyway, she can come on if she wants to for a couple minutes. And we can beef this out. But all right, what I want to start with tonight before we get into the other stuff, this new program here that we need to watch on defending. We got to talk about it. These people. Actually, you know what to bring up? I'm going to message her right now. Because she's like, she said she wanted to face me with this. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. What am I looking for? Oh, and before we do that, I want to get into this thing. So, all right, this one. So there was a little thing the other day. Somebody saw my call log, and I had made a whole bunch of calls, right? As if that means something. And go, Karen, and then somebody goes, well, Karen Reed did the same thing. See, there's the call log. Like I called like a whole bunch of times that day. Something was happening that day that, you know, was a whole thing. Okay. And so I'm calling a million times. And again, picks up every 10th time or something like that. And this person says, Karen Reed did the same thing to John O'Keefe on the morning that he was left at 34 Fairview because John didn't respond quick enough. Yet you stand up for her and respect her. Karen was pissed. Maybe Turtleboy was too. This is just obvious that you're reaching. Exactly. Like people, should you call that many times? Probably not. But, you know, been there before. Like, if I thought there was no chance that they were going to pick up eventually, I would stop calling. Yeah, I would. So, whatever. It's just part of how it works. All right. Anyway, so then somebody goes, well, Karen was worried about John. Big difference. So Karen called John 100 times because she was worried about him. Really? I said, then why didn't she knock on Brian Albert's door if she was so worried? Now, if we look at the quote tweets from this, I bet it's like a lot of antis. Can we see this? Can we see the quote tweets? View the quote tweets. And the antis are loving this. They're like, let's see what they're saying. Great question. Will FKR finally admit that Karen's story of dropping John off doesn't make sense? Why did she say she waited for 10 minutes and called while waiting out front in the car when the data shows differently? What? How to destroy your legal cases, business, and credibility in one tweet. What? So the anti-FKR people are interpreting this as like a thing that, like, I didn't have this on my bingo card, but some FKR are getting big bad about it. Huh? Aidan is going full crusty, Valerie says. Next, he'll say Karen Reed is guilty. Somebody says. Yo, Braden Carney says. Great question. Come on, you can do it. So they're getting the antis are getting really excited about this. They think this is a sign that I think Karen Reed is guilty. But how stupid can they be? And a lot of the pro Karen Reed people are saying the same thing. Oh, he's turning on Karen Reed. Brandi says, send her the link. I will. But I'm going to just let me rant for a few minutes here. And let me introduce the topic. And then I can have Brandi on. Okay. So let me explain this because a lot of people are apparently stupid about this. All right. And I laid it out in a tweet here and I explain it all. All right. So I was replying to a tweet that suggested that it was normal for Karen Reed to call John so many times on the morning of January 29th because she was worried about him. All right. So that's the tweet I'm replying to. That it was normal for her to call him so many times. Between 12:30 and 1:30, Karen Reed wasn't worried about John. She was angry with John because she thought he was alive and possibly with another woman or partying and ignoring her. Remember? You fucking pervert! Remember that? Fucking pervert! Does that sound like somebody who's worried or someone who's angry? Right? So she at between 12:30 and 1:30 when she's making all those calls, she's not worried, she's angry. Between 1:30 and 4:30, Karen Reed fell asleep on the couch. Between 4:30 and 6, Karen Reed was worried about John. This is when she gets worried, between 4:30 and 6. And she wakes up Kaylee, and Karen was worried about John because it was clear he wasn't just hooking up with some basic Canton chick. Karen did not call John so many times between 12:30 and 1:30 because she was worried about him. If she was worried he was hurt, she would have just knocked on Brian Albert's front door, wouldn't she? But she wasn't worried. She was angry because she thought he was partying. Fucking pervert! So there you go. Karen Reed is now and always will be innocent because John O'Keefe was not hit by a car. She is also her own worst enemy. These facts are not mutually exclusive. What is so hard to understand about this? This isn't even up for debate. Karen Reed was not worried about John O'Keefe between 12:30 and 1:30. That's not the flex these people think it is. Like, if you think Karen Reed was worried about John O'Keefe between 12:30 and 1:30, you don't know the facts of the case. You just don't know the facts of the case because she's not. She was not worried about him between 12:30 and 1:30. She was pissed at him. She's telling him she's going to go home to Mansfield. If she was worried about John O'Keefe, why would she send him a text message saying, I'm going back to Mansfield? How does that make any fucking sense? You fucking retards. I'm just so embarrassed for people. I expect this from the Valeries of the world and the anti-Karen Reeds of the world. But some of you people out there that just misunderstood this tweet, how fucking retarded can you be? How retarded can you be? Speaking of, I'm going to send Brandi an invite here. Let's see. Because Brandi is one of these people. Brandi is one of these people who is like a Karen Reed diehard. And she made a tweet the other day saying that like Karen Reed's legal defense fund is more important than mine. Because I kind of asked for my charges. Like basically, I'll see if I can find the exact tweet. So I just sent her the thing. Okay. So she says the civil trial, Karen Reed's civil trial. All right, that's the wrong thing. Wrong tweet. Hold on. There it is. So she says, how dare anyone try and diminish what Karen Reed is still battling today as you sit here as a free American citizen. Karen Reed versus the system. The civil trial. And by the way, I forgot to say, if anyone else wants their message read, I'll read them periodically throughout the show. Turtle Chat is pinned to the top, or you can cash at me at $𝗺𝗁 So Karen Reed versus the system. Civil trial means more to us than any other trial right now, aka more than mine, more than 𝗊𝐶ie 𝗵𝗂𝗋. So the Karen Reed civil trial is more important than those things. Does that mean others are not important? No, because accountability still matters. The trial, police, investigators, and officials to answer under oath with no shortcuts and no hiding. I'm not sure if she understands this, right? But these same people will also have to take the stand in my trial because it's the same people, the exact same people, all the McAlberts, all of them. It also says here, because truth deserves daylight, civil discovery will expose what the criminal case never allowed. Messages, pretty sure we have messages, timelines, failures, contradictions, and the real chain of events. Again, I don't think she's familiar with the discovery that we have in our case. We have all that stuff too. It's under a protective order right now, but were this to go to a trial, that would all come out. One case, one truth. The nation is watching. It's not just Karen Read on trial. Please understand, this is the entire system's integrity being measured in real time. Okay. It just goes on and on. And there was another. Oh, I get out of that one. Let's see. Where'd it go? I see Brandi. I see you in the background, Brandi. I just want to go over I just want to explain your situation before I bring you on. And we'll bring you on, I promise. Just give me a chance to go through some of your other tweets. What's this one? For anyone naive enough to think raising funds to fight one of the most important trials ever is not absolutely critical, let me educate you on what costs money. Big boy money. Okay, so it's like all this, we get it. All this stuff costs money, right? Agreed. Yep. A lot of money. Okay. Big financial scale. We agree. Big money that it costs to do all this. Now, there was more on me. She had one post about how she's done with me. I just want to bring up. Huh. I don't even look at these rants. I can't even read all these. Yikes. I want to find the tweet she had where she said that I'm dead to her. She had a whole tweet about how I'm dead to her. I don't know if it's still up. Discovery costs money. Okay. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, and was this the one about? There was one where she talked about how, like, you're kind of like sexist if you don't donate to Karen Read, I think. I don't know. McAlbert's website, blah, blah, blah. I could have sworn there was one about how I'm dead to her. That's what I'm looking for. Give me 1 sec. I know it's on here somewhere. Is this the one? Oh. Or is this the one? Nope. Anyway, we'll just have her on. Maybe she can explain her beef with me. I'm bringing her on now. You ready, Brandi? Wait, where'd she go? She just disappeared. She was backstage. I was about to bring her on. You saw that one? It was in there? It was in the replies. Okay, let me bring up the replies. Oh, she has many replies, though. I'll bring you. Okay. What is all this? There's a lot of replies. Holy shit. Jeez Louise. No. Oh my God. Karen Read should do. All right. Anyway. All right. I can't even find it. This is just too much shit. I'm just going to bring her on. All right, Brandi. Hello.
What's up?
Going?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can. I just want to start off by saying, I just want to request one thing from you. Can we just have mutual respect from each other while this goes on?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So let's start off, instead of going through my stuff alone without me here to rebut anything, let's start off by explaining to people who don't understand how we got here, how we started miscommunicating with each other, and how you were just searching for that post that said, you're dead to me. That was a response to the first time that you called me out 3 days ago on your live when you said Brandi is a fake supporter and she is dead to me. So I responded saying you are dead to me because of everything that you have put me through by calling me out. And I don't want to be here with you. I don't want to be doing this. I supported you. And my question to you was, putting thousands of dollars in your pocket, and we'll go over the Wilbur in a minute, putting thousands of dollars into your pocket, showing up to your court dates, being there when you were found not guilty, holding signs for you in rain, snow, etc., using my platforms, using my voice, making videos for you. If that's not a real supporter, then what is?
What do you mean? When I was found not guilty, you mean in the Dedham District Court case?
First half of it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's definitely support for sure.
I was there at many, because during the day, I usually have about 3 free hours a time. So that's when I would go to Dedham. I would do 10 to 1 every day if I could. But most of the time, if you had a 2 o'clock hearing, you know, I would see if I could get a babysitter if it was an important date for you. But like, I've been there for you. I started following you. I've supported you the way I think I should be supporting people. I support Just en Route. I support Sandra Birchmore. I'm not a Karen Reed diehard fan. So don't label me like that, okay? Because I donate to everyone. I donated to you, to Karen, to Brit Happens, to Mazza, to LTL, to everyone, to RTS, to Cat, to Estey. I've donated to everyone. I've stood up for Karen. I went to the State House for Just On, and I don't want to get upset. I'm just trying to get it all out. I need to comment.
But like, so, but you said that, like, so you're saying that you made a tweet. I was responding to your tweet. You said that Karen Reed's trial is more important than mine.
I said that.
And you said that I brought this on myself.
You did.
I did. Really? How did I bring this on myself?
To get accountability, because accountability means taking responsibility. And I want to ask you, Aidan, do you feel that you are not at fault for anything that's going on negative in this Free Karen Reed movement?
For my charges, do you think I'm at all at fault?
For your charges or for anything? For
my charges. Do you think I'm at fault for my charges? Because you said
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But you said I was in your post.
Where did I say that?
Your tweet said that I chose this. That this is I chose this.
Chose to get into this, to have the job you have.
Right.
You chose to become a journalist. You chose to talk about Karen Reed. You chose to follow her story. You made all the choices you made to get everyone to this point.
Right. So
that's what I meant.
So
that's why social media is so dangerous.
Okay. So okay, relax.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry.
So doesn't that make it more noble that this is just something that happened to Karen Reed? Like, Karen Reed herself has said that if this happened to someone else, she said it on Dateline, she wouldn't be out supporting. She wouldn't do that. I chose to do this. I chose to put my life on the line. I chose to do something and make myself a target of the state police, and I went to jail over it.
And you chose to do that to that lady in New Hampshire or New Jersey or whatever. You made these choices. You chose. You say.
Wait, what did I choose to do?
Meredith thing to be content, but you chose to do it.
I didn't choose to do that. She chose to do that.
Okay, so back to
No. Did I choose to have a video of me on the floor having a panic attack? Did I choose that?
I can't even stomach the hate that you get. It makes me literally sick when I see people being torn apart. I don't care if you deserve it or not. It makes me sick.
Does it make you sick when somebody posts a video of me crying on the ground saying, please don't send me back to jail? Does that make you sick?
So for you to say that I said something else,
no,
that's why I'm here now.
Can you answer the question?
I just did. I said absolutely not. It's not okay.
Does it make you sick?
It made me sick because it's embarrassing as hell for you.
Did you say something? Did you post about it?
Yes, I said it online, in writing. I said it to you. I said it to her. And I said I don't condone the behavior of either one of them. Let me be crystal clear. And I said it about 16 more times today.
Okay. Online. I must have missed that one.
You must have.
Okay.
Well, let's go on.
So anyway, so you said that my trial isn't as important as Karen Reed's. Why is that?
So again, this is just my opinion, but I feel as because we got into this because of the mysterious death of a Boston cop, right? I feel like her trial, the civil trial, not a criminal trial. The civil trial is where all the truth comes out. The civil trial is where the I don't recall doesn't fucking doesn't fly. They have to answer for their behaviors. They don't have to answer for their behaviors in your case or her criminal case, because Judge Bev was there to block everything, because you can block things in a court. That is what I meant by that. Because the justice that we want, the corruption that we want to be torn down, the people who did this to you, the people who did this to Karen and Justin and Sandra, everything's connected. Morrissey's boys in blue are all connected. Maura Healey, Gabrielle Woolhound, and the
okay.
Supreme
So
Justice,
how is her case? Karen, how many years in jail is Karen facing right now?
What does that have to do with anything? Relevance?
Yeah. How many years in jail is Karen facing right now?
Relevance?
Can you answer the question?
I'm not certain, but I think it's 0.
It's 0. How many am I facing?
Again, I don't know, but you claim it's 90 years.
I don't claim it's 90. It is.
Okay, so
90.
it's 90 years.
90 years in jail, right?
So do I get an A+?
So, yeah. So if the worst thing that could happen to Karen Read is what?
The worst happened to her. Let's talk. There isn't anything else worse that could happen to her. She's lost her job, her boyfriend, her 2 jobs, her insurance.
Okay, so how about this?
License.
So okay,
this poor woman has gone through hell, and you have no.
So
empathy.
I have no empathy.
You have 0 empathy. You can I just ask you?
No. We're going to talk about that 1 second. If I have no empathy, why did I introduce her to the documentary producer who offered her a $1.5 million deal that she rejected?
For money.
So she turned down $1.5 million for profit.
She didn't want to make a deal with the devil. That's why. It's either you or nothing, and that might have caused some butthurt, but that's the truth. That's the reality. It's either you or nothing.
Hold on. Time out.
Okay.
She had a $1.5 million offer that she rejected
because it had to be with you, and she doesn't want.
It didn't.
What
have to be
I'm
with
getting
me.
is that I feel like she doesn't want to work with you. I don't know.
Well, she's still doing the documentary.
Okay.
So why did she turn down a $1.5 million offer?
Alan or Karen that.
What?
Ask Alan or Karen that.
Yeah, I mean, but I do it. Oh, I don't think she'll return my calls, but 1.5. So how can you put your hand out asking for $500,000 if you've turned down significant amounts of money?
Have you asked her directly?
Yes.
And did she respond to you?
No.
She didn't respond to you at all?
No.
She said nothing. She just left you on unread.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry you didn't get your answer, but you're not going to get it from me because I don't know.
Well, I mean, don't you think? So why can't Karen Read make her own money?
Why can't she? Because she's still fighting her civil suit. She's very well involved in it. She went up to every sidebar. Do you not see that this is her life?
Okay, but how come she can't make her own money?
How come she can't?
Yeah.
What do you mean can't? Or
yeah. Why doesn't? Why is she?
She's choosing to be fully involved in her litigation. Is she not? Is that not important? Is getting the truth out about Proctor and Buchanan and Morrissey, is that not important to you? Wouldn't you want to focus on that day and night? Or do you want her to go to McDonald's or a gas station? Or you want her to go back and
she had time to go. Was she doing that when she went to Italy?
Do you know if it was do you know if she used frequent flyer miles that were gifted to her? Do you?
Maybe that might be it. So it was a free trip. It was a free trip.
Do you know if it was a trip for vacation or if it was work related? Do you?
Oh, a work-related trip to Italy. That's what you think it was?
This is the problem with the internet, and this is the problem with your followers and you sometimes. Assumptions are very dangerous. They're very dangerous.
I mean, crazy me. I assume when people take a trip to Italy, it's for a vacation. You're saying she was working? It was a work trip?
It's disgusting. And it's like, I don't understand why you're not focused on the bigger picture. You used to be. This is why I did what I did for you. And you still didn't answer my question.
What was the question?
Why did you call me a fake supporter? How am I a fake supporter? And
was
what
that
would
the
you
exact
consider
term?
a real supporter? What would someone do different that I didn't do?
Well, I don't know. Maybe not say that I brought these charges on my own.
Do you want me to say everything that you want me to say? Is that not cult-like behavior or...
No,
I can't have my own I can't have my own opinion. Aren't you a First Amendment crusader?
Oh my goodness gracious! I said that you said that it's my fault that I was charged with crimes. That's my fault. That's what you said.
It was your fault. I said it was your choice. It was your choice to do whatever you did.
So it was my choice to be charged.
It wasn't your choice to be charged. I said it was your choice to do what you did to get the charges.
So that's my fault.
Yes.
Okay,
But I didn't say it was your
so it's
fault.
my
But
fault.
I
So
mean, are you ever gonna? Do you know what accountability means? Are you ever gonna take responsibility for anything you did, or are you
I will not
free to
take
say
responsibility.
Not responsible for anything.
I will not take responsibility for asking Jennifer McCabe questions at a soccer game. I will not take responsibility for that. Do you think I should?
When you said, "What's the difference between me and you?" There's no difference between me and you because we're doing the same thing. The difference between me and you is I'm not profiting off people's pain. The difference between me and you said the only difference between me and you
who's pain?
is that
Whoa,
you went
time
up
out.
to Jen
Who's
McCabe. Is that what you want me to do? I'm not a journalist.
But you said
I don't want to go up to Jen McCabe, but I would.
Okay, so and if you were charged with that, would that be your fault?
Do you understand that I was framed by the Weymouth police?
Okay,
and I went to court. I've been framed. I've been charged with
would that be?
So I understand it more than you think.
Would that be your fault if you went up to Jennifer McCabe and you asked her a question I did, and you were charged? Would that be your fault?
That's why I went out for you, because it was grossly overcharged. You didn't deserve what you were charged with. This is why I.
Can you answer the question? Would that be your fault?
What do you mean? Would that be your fault?
If you're saying it's my fault, I was.
No, you're asking me to say, did you deserve the charges you got?
No, you said it was my fault.
No, I didn't say it's your fault. You're not getting it. You're dancing around something instead of just acknowledging that you're just going in circles because you refuse to take accountability for anything. None of the charges you have, let me be clear, are your fault. The way that they're putting it on you, saying that you intimidated someone, like the witness intimidation charge. I don't think that was journalism. That was your work. I never said that you deserved those charges, to be clear. I still don't think you did.
So do you
think? I really think that all your charges are going to be dismissed. And if there isn't, that's a huge problem. That is an extreme problem. It still is a problem to this day.
So do you think Karen was, so it's partly my fault by putting myself in that situation?
Yeah.
Was it partly Karen's fault for putting herself in the situation?
I was talking about like the LG thing and the New Jersey thing, those things.
So was it my fault I was charged with intimidating the McAlberts?
No.
Okay. So you're saying that I put myself in that situation. Didn't Karen put herself in the same situation by driving drunk?
Didn't.
She didn't drive drunk?
She didn't put herself in the situation that she is in today, that she had thrown on her. She didn't put her situation she didn't ask to be framed for murder.
No,
Did she drink and drive? Have you ever drank and drove? Did the cops drink and drive that night? Which one of them has an OUI right now? Does Higgins? Does Brian Albert? Does any of the cops that drank and drove, do they have an OUI charge? Karen's the only one that has one, right?
Agreed. She should not have that. But would you not agree if she didn't drink and drive, she wouldn't be in this situation?
I think the drinking and driving had nothing to do with it because...
Really?
Well,
nothing
let me think about this question for a second. She drank and drove. She went home. She got home safe, and her boyfriend was in the house. She didn't know what happened. So the fact that the McAlberts planned something and figured out a way to easily frame her because she accidentally hit John O'Keefe's car, that I don't think that was her fault. And that's my opinion.
If she was completely sober that night, would she be charged with a crime?
If she was completely sober and drove home and dropped John off and had to go pee because she didn't want to wait for him because she didn't know the people, it wouldn't have made a difference, right?
Would she have been charged?
If she was sober and drove home, she still would have been worried about him, right?
Would she have been charged with murder?
I'm not 𝗺cie, so I can't tell if she would have. I can't rewind the past. And
don't you think it was easier for the cops to charge her with a crime because she drank?
No, I think it was easier to charge her with a crime because she had a broken taillight.
Okay, so
you don't
think the Commonwealth used the drinking and the driving against her?
Of course they did. Yes, they did. They did.
So what am I missing here? So you do agree that the drinking and driving put her in a situation where it was easier for the Commonwealth to bring these charges on her?
No, and she's paying for it. So
right. So what I'm saying is
and that's kind of, but still don't think she deserved that. But
that's all I'm saying. You're saying that I put myself in a situation where unjust charges were brought upon me. Karen Reed did the same. We both put ourselves in situations where unjust charges were brought upon us, right?
When you went to Lindsay's, you brought it on yourself when you did it to the New Jersey lady.
The New Jersey lady's over. That's resolved. It's
exactly.
done.
That's what I was referring to. Some of the things you do, you bring on yourself. That's
what
I said.
How did I bring this? No. So what? Let's talk about the New Jersey lady. What did I do there wrong?
I don't know. I didn't care to listen. All I know is you just told that she was scamming people. And at first I was like, good for him, because people shouldn't be profiting off this.
Right.
And I was like, good for him.
So that was a good thing I did. So that was a good thing.
I agreed with you at that point.
So then how is that my fault?
But it's your fault. It was your choice to expose her, for her to go to the New Jersey police, to have something to charge you with. You could have taken care of it privately, but I get it. You're a journalist. You want to expose it. But again, it comes down to your choice.
Yeah, so it's
your
like
choice
I kind of brought it on myself. I was a little bit too free. I was expressing my First Amendment rights a little too much.
Full time, or we got to move on to other things?
No, I'm just asking you.
I don't know. You just have this, you're always a victim mentality, and that's why I had to stop. Like, I just don't understand.
Well, you seem to have the Karen Reed is always a victim mentality.
Karen Reed is a victim, as are you, as are a lot of other people. There are more bodies.
You just said I'm not a victim.
I never said you weren't a victim. I said you have this victim mentality that you constantly play.
What am I missing here?
What are you missing?
Yeah.
What are you missing is that I asked you this earlier. I asked you this in an email. I asked you this online. You still won't. You're still dancing around it.
What?
Do you feel that you were responsible for any of the division or anything that went wrong with the Free Karen movement right now today? Do you feel responsible for dividing or making people fight or anything at all?
I think the majority of it is Karen Reed.
So again, you're not at fault for any of it.
I certainly fed into it.
You know, I got in a fight with a real good friend tonight over you. Someone who's very sweet.
Okay.
Someone who I thought I would love forever, who has the same personality as me, the biggest heart in the world. And right now I told her that I don't even want to talk to her again, honestly.
Well,
because we had an argument because of you.
lied.
Do you know how there's other creators that shut down their channels because of you, because of your mouth, because of you constantly just feeding into anger and diminishing people?
Whoa.
Shouldn't you be exposing and breaking stories instead of breaking people's souls?
Whoa, easy. Whose soul am I breaking?
Whose soul?
Yeah,
Let
whose
me
soul?
list the names.
Yeah, let's hear it. Whose soul did I break?
I mean, if I went through
did I break Crawford? Did I break Crawford's soul? Is that what you're saying? Did I break his little soul there? Is he okay?
Maybe LG, maybe Meredith, maybe anyone who's been traumatized by you, maybe anyone you exposed. And you know what? You wrote a shitty story about one of my little cousins who passed away, and I agreed with you, and he's my family. I said anything that he was doing, Turtleboy wasn't lying, so he deserved it. He made his choice. And he ended up dead, and you wrote about him. He was doing his drugs, and I said to him, even though he's family,
so what channel?
It doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. You can't dance around it.
What channel was shut down because of me?
Estey's?
Estey's channel shut down because of me?
You know what?
Who made the Estey Reed account that mocked her?
I have no idea. I don't follow, so I have no idea what goes on with
you seem to have strong
stuff, the Jason Broyles, the fake accounts. I have no idea.
You seem to have a lot of strong opinions about things you don't know much about.
Wait, when did I have an opinion about a fake account?
You said that. I said you seem to have a lot of strong opinions about things that you don't know a lot about. Like, for instance, you said that I'm responsible for channels being shut down, and I'm responsible for Estey's channel being shut down.
Making an assumption, and I think assumptions are dangerous, but
okay.
I'm pretty sure after she had the internet go after her, she shut her whole channel down. But who was raising money for Karen? But I don't know, because I honestly don't know, because she didn't tell me that directly. That's just my assumption, but I just put two and two together. But again,
all right, so I question this: how long is Karen Reed supposed to ask for handouts for before she starts making her own money?
Until the civil trial is over, because
so it's like a decade. That's how long.
I do not want to see these cops held responsible. Tell me how they're going to be held responsible in your case. Tell me how Michael Proctor and Michael Morrissey are going to be questioned in your case. Tell me how we're going to get any change if we, continue to support your case only and nobody else's. Tell me.
How are we going to get change with who? Specifically what?
Specifically what?
Yeah, tell me one specific.
Can't say I don't recall in the civil case. These cops are going to be dragged through the mud with questions, okay? And they could lose their qualified immunity in this case. They ain't going to lose it in no criminal case, okay?
So you think
I'm here for accountability for the bad cops, for the safety issues, not to support people. I support
that they're just going to
for John.
Let's talk about 𝗫𝗄𝗃. So 𝗫𝗃's going to be deposed in the Karen Reed civil case, right? And he's going to tell the same lies that he told on the stand, right? So what's that? What good does that do?
What good does that do?
Yeah.
Because in a civil case, you can't just say, I don't recall.
He never said
There's penalties after that.
𝗫𝗃 never said, I don't recall.
So he's going to get caught in his lies. The FBI is going to be closely watching, and they're going to compare, and then the cuffs come on. Then the charges come.
I see.
Do you not know
you have it all figured out. I mean,
I
much
don't have
smarter
to figure
than
out.
me.
I just know facts.
Yeah,
I just know that. This is why it's dangerous.
Right.
You don't
Very,
understand. It's dangerous.
very,
I don't understand. I support safety for everyone. This is a safety issue. Corruption is a safety issue.
All right, let's talk about Jennifer McCabe. So Jennifer McCabe gets deposed in Karen Reed's civil trial, right? And she says the same exact story she told in the criminal trial. What good does that do?
You think they're going to ask the same exact questions in this case?
Yeah. What different questions?
It's not going to go the same.
Really?
There's going to be new questions. There's a team. There's about how many lawyers? 12 different lawyers, is it, that are going to question her? The insurance company's team of lawyers, both insurance companies, all the lawyers.
So they're going to ask questions Alan Jackson forgot to ask.
Not forgot to, but was blocked from asking. Do you remember that you couldn't bring up certain things because of Auntie Bev in the last trial?
Yeah.
Do you remember you weren't allowed to say the FBI in the last trial?
So with Jennifer McCabe, what questions are they going to ask her that they couldn't ask her in the criminal trial? Can you give me one example?
Question for Worksman, Jackson, and Little.
So you don't know any.
I have questions that I hope they'll ask.
So
but
your
I don't know
theory,
what they're gonna ask.
so your theory is that there are special questions.
Not my theory. Not my theory. This is what's going to happen.
Okay. So your factual statement, not your theory. Your factual statement, not your theory, is that they are going to ask questions that they couldn't ask in the criminal trial to these people, and that these people will give answers that will lead to their arrest by the FBI. That's what you think is going to happen.
It's going to happen. And
okay. So the question I had for you was, how long do you give Karen Reed to she keep getting to put the hand out until she kind of makes money on her own?
One was freeing Karen Reed because this is just a distraction. They framed her. Step one. What was step two? What was step two after freeing her?
What was step two?
Yeah. What was step two after you free her? Was that just bullshit? Because you said step one is freeing her.
Step two is free Turtleboy.
Now that she's free, how are you supporting justice for John right now?
By freeing Turtleboy.
That freeing Turtleboy gets justice for John 𝗀𝗄𝗏?
Yeah, it puts the same people on the stand. And we can start asking them questions.
At your trial?
Yeah, the same people.
Okay. So
are you familiar? Are you familiar with my case?
Yeah, I know, but I'm just asking. I don't know all the details.
I'm charged
Tell
with
me. Share with me.
Jennifer McCabe will take the stand in my trial. You are familiar with that.
You are familiar that the things that you can, the judge can block things in the criminal case, not the civil one, right?
Auntie Bev's not the judge in my case, right?
Do you understand that your case is a criminal one and things can be blocked and not allowed to be asked? Okay.
So
do you see why I'm so?
But you can't name a single question that will be asked.
Not the lawyer asking me that.
So question, how long,
do I know what they're going to ask?
How long are people supposed to keep giving to Karen Reed without her just making her own money?
Because you know what's disgusting? When people ask for help and other people intentionally shut it down. How dare you shut down anyone asking for help? If you don't want to donate, don't donate. That's your choice. But you don't have to sit here and say, don't donate to her, only donate to me. What is that?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. A lot of people are saying that.
You said she's a piece of _CUNT. She doesn't deserve your money. Why should she keep asking? Because she's her attorney created it. Again, why aren't you asking Alan why she needs it? Ask Alan. How come you never address Alan or men? Now, why are you always calling out women? How come you don't ask these attorneys? Ask them.
Because Alan has a job. Because Alan has a job. Karen doesn't. Karen doesn't make money.
Alan's job is protecting, advising, and pointing Karen in the best direction possible for her life.
Yeah. The thing about a job is a job pays money. Why doesn't Karen work?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay. So how long are we supposed to continue the handouts for? All right, let me change the subject. Do you think Karen's current behavior? Do you think Karen's behavior since the end of since June 18th, when she was acquitted, has had any effect whatsoever on the lack of donations this time around?
What? What'd you say?
Do you think Karen's behavior since the end of the criminal trial has had any effect on the lack of donations for her civil case?
Silence, you mean? I forgot. Silence is bad behavior, right?
I said behavior. I didn't say bad behavior. I said, do you think Karen's behavior? Yeah, she has been pretty silent.
Silent because it's
so. Do you think, for instance, like
because you do you understand that when you get arrested, they say, you have the right to remain silent because anything you say can and will be used against you. Karen's not,
there
are can and will be used against you. Not we might.
Right. Time out. Yeah. And what's Karen under arrest for right now?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying words.
So then why is she silent? So then why is she silent?
You asked me about her being silent.
You said what you said when they're arrested. They said Karen's not under arrest.
No, I didn't say. Stop twisting my words, buddy. I said because words will be twisted and used against you. So silence just makes people assume. You assume she thinks this. You assume this and you assume that.
So Karen Reed, who spoke throughout her entire criminal trial to reporters outside every day, who went on 2020, Dateline, did a documentary. That Karen Reed is concerned about talking too much.
That Karen Reed, when all the attorneys couldn't talk because of the judge's order, and the only way to get her side out of what was going on to update it was to talk to the press. So you were okay with
that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. The gag order came when she was filming the documentary. There was no gag order. So her attorneys were in the documentary. They were on Dateline. They were on 2020. So that's just not true. So
why to get out her side of the story without taking the stand in a trial and then having Hank or Adam Lally twist her words? Because in a trial, you can ask a question and then you can say, shut up, that's it. Don't explain yourself. You can't explain yourself at all, period. It's a yes or no and you're shut up.
Okay. Well, anyway, thank you for coming on. We got to cut this short, but it's been real. Thank you for answering my questions.
The Wilbur thing.
What was that? Oh, the Wilbur thing. So you,
so you when said I was speak texting in the phone, right? Because I was like, I bought 8 to 10 tickets. I wasn't sure how many I bought, yada, yada. All I know is I bought VIP because I'm constantly giving out money to multiple donations.
Yeah, we got it. You're very generous.
So when I said I gave out 8 to 10 tickets and they were VIP and some were in balcony, I literally corrected myself in the same post. When I went through my emails, I said, okay, there was 4 VIP and 4 balcony. And then I was told that 2 people, you made a post saying 2 people paid for it, which was incorrect. 1 person paid me back. 1 person, because she's just like me and she has a heart and she doesn't like taking handouts. Right. And I said to people, I don't want you to pay me back. I wanted this night out as a night out with friends. I wanted to take everyone. I would do it again and pay for another 10 people because it was a great night. It was a great experience. It was supporting you. It was the best of all worlds, right? And then you called me a fake supporter. You literally said that you were done with me. I was dead to you. And now do you think that I deserve that? Like, do I deserve that?
When you said that I brought the charges on myself, that's why I said you're dead to me.
I didn't say you brought them on yourself.
You said I chose them.
You made your own choices.
But that's blaming me. That's victim blaming. That's victim blaming.
It's not victim blaming. It's pointing out a fact that you have a choice to do things or not do things.
Doesn't that make me more noble than Karen Reed? Like I chose to be there. Karen Reed didn't have a choice. I chose to jump into corruption.
Fake supporter. Why did you call me a fake supporter?
Okay, we get back to the Wilbur thing. So
can you answer my question instead of deflecting?
Why did they call you a fake? Did I use the word fake supporter of me?
Fake supporter. And
because you said
to me, don't ever come to anything else of mine again.
Okay,
blah,
because I said you
Let's
chose.
Let's go over it. Let's listen to it.
Because I said you chose. That's why.
Let's listen to it.
Because I said you chose. That I chose to be there.
That.
Okay, can you brought up the Wilbur. So you said that you bought a whole bunch of tickets, 8 to 10. You're changing that to 4 and 4. Okay, that's fine. Stand corrected. So you bought 4 tickets, and you said
gratitude. Karen's so ungrateful, right? She doesn't give thanks.
Can you? Hey, time out.
Where's your gratitude?
Can you just let me talk for a minute? Yeah. 1 minute. It's easy. Okay, so I bought 4. You bought 4. You said that it wasn't really a sellout because you bought 8 tickets.
I didn't say that. That's what you said at the beginning. For a fact, let's bring it up because I'm going to prove you wrong right now.
When did you make the tweet? When did you make the tweet?
Sellout. I didn't say that.
You didn't say that.
Did, and I disagreed with it.
So really?
Let's be crystal clear when you put words attached to my name. Okay. I never said you wouldn't sell it out. In fact, before it was sold out, I said multiple times, he'll definitely sell them. Him and Jimmy will definitely sell it out.
You said it sold out because of Jimmy.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Again, let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. Don't twist my words. I said there was a lot of people there who said they were only there for Jimmy. I didn't say it sold out because of Jimmy.
There was a lot of people.
Let's tell the truth.
Can you name one person who said that they were there just for Jimmy?
Oh, so you want me to throw people under the bus instead of you answering my questions? You want to deflect some more? I don't want to play that game.
So you can't name one.
Why are you deflecting?
So you can't name one person who told you that they were just there for Jimmy.
I would
no. Can you? How about one? How about one?
Let them speak up for themselves.
How about? Can you do one? Can you give me one? Can you give me one?
One of them already told you. One of them already told you.
Who?
One of them already told you.
Who? Nobody's ever told me that. Can you name one person who's told me that?
Yeah,
that they
we
were
have
just...
to keep going back. You just want names, so what? You can tear them apart?
No, because I think you're lying and making it up.
You think I'm lying?
Yes, I think you're lying. Yes,
Did Tim not tell you that he was there just to hang out with friends?
That who?
Did Tim tell you he was there just to hang out with friends?
Tim
on social media today. A lot of people went just to hang out with their friends. A lot of them.
So he came to the
Turtleboy
live show.
Who said they were there for just Jimmy. I can tell you who said it. You want a couple names?
Yeah,
go
give me
back
names.
to his chat, the 2 days before the 𝗫𝗏, and all the people in the chat. There was multiple who said, I'm going just for you, Jimmy. I don't like Turtleboy. I'm only going for you.
Really? Can you give me one?
There's your name. Jimmy can give them to you. Ask Jimmy.
Can you give me one name of somebody that came just to the Turtleboy show at the Wilbur just for Jimmy?
Tell me why.
Just because you said there's some, can you name one?
For what? So you can tear them apart?
No, because I think you're lying.
You say, hey, why don't you ask them? Say, hey, why don't you?
I don't know who they are. Like I don't think they don't exist. They don't exist.
They don't exist.
They don't exist.
If you feel like I lied about that, that's your problem, not my problem. Again, you're not wrong in anything.
What?
Ever.
Well, I asked you to name one. You can't do it. It sounds like you're lying.
Names. I'm not gonna. Every person that you gets in your bad orbit gets destroyed. Sorry, I'm Italian. I talk my.
So I can't talk. So I can't talk.
You couldn't talk, Aidan.
I'm asking.
You just lied to the internet. You lied to all your supporters.
But you're the one that
I came on and just now. Bring up what I said. Let's show them.
Well, you can't. I'm waiting for the one name of a person who came just for Jimmy.
You're stuck on a name so you can go harass someone else that
I don't
can't go toe to toe with you. That's what you're doing.
I just want to see if you're telling the truth or not. Because I think you're lying.
I'm telling the truth or not?
Yeah,
I'd like throw people under the bus for that.
No, I don't. I pinky swear on everything. I will not go after that person. Can you name him?
Throwing anyone else under the bus
because you can't name him.
Why does that matter to you? Why does it matter?
Because you're a liar. You're just lying.
I'm a liar.
Yes, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying about that. You are lying about that fact. You're lying about that.
When these people speak up, right? When these people speak up, what are you going to do? Are you going to apologize?
Yes, I will. I will admit that you were right. If you could produce anyone who said that they came to the Turtleboy show and bought a ticket just to see Jimmy, if you could produce a single person,
okay.
Yes, can you?
I'm telling you right now, Jimmy can if he goes through his chat. And there's people in your chat right now. There's a ton that just said I went for Jimmy. So why don't you read the chat?
Just for Jimmy.
People are saying they would ask your chat.
Okay. I'm failing to see that. Okay. So anyway, bottom line is,
can you just explain to me, because I still support other people and I appreciate your constructive criticism. So how can I be a better supporter to people? You tell me.
How can you be a better supporter of me?
Yeah, because I'm a fake supporter. So how can I be a real supporter?
Share my legal defense fund.
How many times have I done that? Multiple?
I don't know. Okay, then we're good.
Multiple times. I've shared it.
Okay. Get familiar with the case.
I've been familiar with the case.
You said before you weren't that familiar with the case.
Okay, so I have to learn every detail to be a real supporter. Do all your other supporters, name one other supporter, do they know every detail of your case?
Yeah, a lot of them do.
I want you to hold us all to the same standard.
Okay. So anyway, do you have anything else to add? I mean, do you have any other questions for me?
I don't know. You know what? I don't understand why you had to twist my words, why you had to call me a fake supporter, why you lie to people about me. You can't bring things up, why you have to always have a one-sided fight when you talk about people. I just don't understand. Do you feel good about ruining people's lives or ruining their life?
Whose life did I ruin?
Does it make you feel good to hurt people?
I don't hurt people. What are you talking about? Who do I hurt?
You don't hurt people.
Who do
Does
I
it
hurt?
make you feel good to call people names and bash them and show their past histories and bring up things they did 10 years ago? Does that make you feel like superior or better in some sort of way?
If they start shit with me.
Okay, so you're a revengeful type of person.
I'm a counterpuncher.
Okay. And
That's
that's what journalists should be, right?
I'm more than a journalist. I'm a journalist, an activist, and a showman. I wear 3 hats.
So let's just agree to disagree. And I don't know. I'm just asking for you to stop trashing my name and saying I'm a fake.
Well, whose life did
me? Because I'm not gonna sit back and not defend myself. I
whose
did
life
everything
did I
I
ruin?
possibly thought I could for you. I'm sorry that you feel I didn't support you. It's kind of heartbreaking that you look at me and just because I won't give up a name, I won't give up a source like you, because you'll never give up a source. But now I'm a bad guy for not doing it. It's just hypocritical.
Okay.
It's all hypocritical.
So can you?
I want to wish you good luck with everything. I really, honestly, truly believe
life-
you're gonna get off, and I hope you sue the shit out of them. You deserve to sue the shit out of them, and I wish you well.
Okay. Thank
right.
you. Have a good night.
You too.
I'm not sure whose life I ruined. Jennifer McCabe's maybe. I mean, I don't know. I think she deserved to have her life ruined because she sucks and she committed murder. And, I think a lot of these people that if you go back, I've been doing this for 12 years. I write about people who deserve to be written about, people who have done something wrong or whatever. I'm not sure who she's referring to there. Maybe James Jackson, because I brought up James Jackson, something he did 10 years ago, but James Jackson came at me. I didn't just pick James Jackson out of a fucking lineup and be like, I want to fucking start going at James Jackson. Like James Jackson started shit with me and I'm a counterpuncher. That's it. So anyway, I don't even know. I feel like I lost some brain cells there, but okay. So let's go back to this. So my whole thing here, as you guys see, let me pull this up. I think it was a reply I had. Yeah, this is the tweet she had. She goes, how about the 8 to 10 VIP pick packages I gifted to people who didn't want to go to your show at the Wilbur? So I should have asked her, like, so who came to the show that didn't want to go to the show? And why would you go to a show that you didn't want to go to? That's kind of weird. So I just thought that was odd. So anyway, I want to find a thing here. This, okay. So I thought this was interesting. So the McAlberts have gotten the McAlberts are fucking kicking it up a notch, dude. Like they are killing it right now. I hate to say it. Fuck the McAlberts, but Jesus Christ. My whole point here is look how much they've raised. They got a billboard outside Gillette Stadium now. Did you guys see that? What the fuck? They've raised 71 grand for and they murdered someone. 71 grand for a bunch of murderers. And then we have over here, 8,300. And I think a smart person would ask, why is that? Why is Karen only having 8,300? Why is there so much backlash towards Karen Read? And she's like, well, she's been silent. Okay. But she hasn't really been that silent. She went on the JFK chat and ran her mouth about a lot of content creators. Right? She's been crying about I don't know. It's just like, so maybe the strategy here for raising money isn't working. That's all I was saying, right? Maybe the strategy for this whole situation isn't going as planned. I'm just saying, and it's a problem. But I mean, this is embarrassing numbers. 8,300. I mean, whatever. It's like, and again, this is going to go on for like 10 years. And again, she's got money making opportunities in front of her that she's just not taking. So I don't know, like, what's up with that. I mean, it's time to, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much about that. So what else is going on? What else was I going to bring up? What the fuck is I going to bring up? Oh, I wanted to talk about, we're going to get to Brian Walsh hopefully tonight. What was this, people? Oh, this is her tweet. Okay. Okay, yep, there it is. Yeah, that's the one. Yep. Yeah, she said, I don't even fucking know. This is stupid. I feel like I'm losing brain cells talking about this anymore. All right. Yeah. All right, cool. So next thing we'll talk about, I found Mike Crawford's. I found his shit that we got to talk about here. I got to bring this up. So Mike Crawford, he's a real supporter of Karen Read, right? He's like wicked, like, you know, gung ho about this. He's diehard Karen Read supporter, right? All right. So give me 1 second to find this. I got to go on my YouTube studio because content live. All right, to the Mike Crawford deleted stream. Let's pull this up. Because this is a real supporter of Karen Read. Speaking of real supporters.
Tonight's show, I
hold on.
Correspondence there. I think you might have missed what their responses were and who they were, which I think is important. And I don't want to be mad at them because it's more fighting and gaslighting. That's what the show for. And I know people are already doubting me on where I'm going with this, but.
So this is from January 12th, 2023, right? Or 24 rather, when I'm sitting in jail. All right. And Krusty Panties has told Mike Crawford, you're next. We're going to get you next. And he shit his pants. He shit his pants. And he did this stream on YouTube, which he has taken down. It is still up on his Twitter, though. And let's just listen to what he has to say.
Got to explain. And that includes myself. Like the last couple of weeks, I have done a lot of soul searching.
Okay. So
what I'm doing the show for. And have I done the right things? And did I miss red flags? And reevaluating everything.
Okay.
And some of that was reaching out to the other side.
Oh, he reached out to the other side.
And you may have seen some messages got leaked. They did. They got leaked. And I don't think you saw all the correspondence there. I think you might have missed what their responses were and who they were, which I think is important. And I don't want to be mad at them because it's more fighting and gaslighting. I legitimately reached out to them because I had questions. And I think we all need to give each other a pass, some of us anyways, like Kevin. See people piling on Kevin. I've piled on Kevin so much.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to pile on Kevin. I want to actually see if we can do a show where we have Kevin on the show.
Yeah.
And we're all respectful to each other.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to get to that place.
Yeah,
we can.
Okay.
And I know it's very difficult. And I think that's the only way I'm going to do a show from now on.
Oh, okay.
Like on this show, like on this issue. And I just want to talk about that too, because there's kind of two schools of journalism. There's the old school, the fairness doctrine. This is the old non-objective, like we're impartial. We're the impartial media. We give 50% to each side. The fairness doctrine is more about politics and the speech on big television back then. But that's kind of gone away, but that kind of permeated to real media. Like if you were going to talk about something like, say, tobacco causes cancer, maybe you would give 50% of the print space to the big tobacco companies who are lying. And a lot of newer journalists over the last, I would say 20 years have decided in many respects that it's just better to focus on the truth. And I'll give you an example with the cannabis issue. I covered that for years in the beginning as a medical patient. And when I did content and stories and print, especially.
Yeah, when you were talking about cannabis, nobody was watching you. Like, bro, nobody was watching your channel until I came on. And then all of us, and then Betero came on, and then people started watching you. So that's true.
The Weekly Alternative. I wouldn't give airtime to lying prohibitionists that said there were no medical properties of cannabis. I wouldn't let them lie. I would cover the patients, let them tell the stories. And so some people
also, I would ask Mike, if you're such a truth teller, why'd you delete this episode? I don't delete my old episodes, even the ones that make me look dumb. Like if I change my opinion, like when Sandra Birchmore first happened, I assumed it was a suicide because that's what they said it was. And silly me back then, I just kind of believed police. And I didn't think they would do that. So I'm like, oh, this is really tragic. I thought it was really tragic nonetheless. And I still thought they were predators for grooming her and they were disgusting and all that stuff. But I assumed that, like, you know, she committed suicide because that's what the police said. I could take that stream down if I want, but I don't because I own what I say in the past. And you got to let it, you know, it's good to let people to see how you evolve. Crawford has taken this one down off of his YouTube, and I'd like to know why.
I'd say that's one-sided journalism, but I think it's actually the right way to cover things when you're printing truth. That's what it is. You're giving, how do I say this? You're giving a voice to communities who aren't represented as much.
Okay.
And I think Big Tobacco is a perfect example, or even like the Catholic Church. You wouldn't want to give the Catholic Church 50% of the space to lie in the story and their scandal.
Exactly. Exactly. So why would you want to platform someone like 𝗵𝗂 who's just going to lie? Like, why would you want to do that?
And I felt like that with this Karen Read thing.
Okay.
I felt like right from the beginning with Aidan, with his track record on the big stories, getting him right. I know there was a lot of controversy about the way he treated other people on the left. And I know that he politically isn't with me and he's done a lot of edgy stuff. And I wanted to overlook that for the Karen Read case. And I felt like this was so important to see someone like him, who was a back the blue guy, supporting the biggest police corruption stories, starting with the state police, with the overtime scandal. That was huge. And then he had the canine stories, which obviously, I love dogs. This is my life right now. I walk dogs all the time. I can't, dogs save me, you know? So when he did the canine abuse stories against powerful interests, really, and so the big stories he had a track record on, and I felt like on this story, he was going to be right.
Okay.
100%.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And when he put out his information, it definitely seemed like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Okay. So he saw my information. He got a big crowd from me. And he's like, yeah, I assumed Aidan was right. But
saying tonight that I think that Karen Read did it. I'm not going there.
Oh, he's not.
What I'm trying to say tonight,
okay,
is that I have questioned a lot.
Oh, he's got questions.
And a few months ago, I would have said, yes, 100% Karen Read isn't.
Oh.
Today, I can't, I have doubts.
Oh, he's got doubts. He's got doubts.
There's so much information even come now. But what I'm trying to say is I want to play a show where, and just in general, like I don't want to see the doxing.
Oh,
like Aidan had 2 pizzas.
Okay, so he had doubts. He had doubts. Can you guys find a show where I ever said that I had doubts about Karen Read's innocence? If you've ever doubted Karen Read's innocence, you're retarded. There's no other way around it. That's been my position from day one. It's just so fucking easy. Bro wasn't hit by a car. I mean, he's covered in fucking dog bites, for crying out loud. Jesus Christ. But he had doubts. I went to jail and suddenly Crawford's got doubts up here. Suddenly. Okay.
Delivered to his house on 2 different nights, woke up his kids. It's horrible. Kevin from 𝗺𝗂𝗄𝗄𝗃 Tales had a pizza delivered to his house that he didn't want. That's terrible. On both sides, there's been too much. And I think we all have to realize, what if we're wrong? Even though I would bet that Karen Read is innocent, what if I'm wrong?
I would. Oh, what if you're wrong?
I want everyone to think about that, no matter what side you're on.
I have never, ever thought, what if I'm wrong? Ever. I've never thought, what if I'm wrong? Because it's just so fucking obvious that I'm not wrong about Karen Read's innocence. I am not wrong. Jennifer McCabe did Google that at 2:27 a.m. Undeniably. But besides that, John wasn't hit by a car. That's the undeniable part. He was not hit by a car. So it couldn't be Karen Read. So I've never had doubts. I mean, this is like I'm in jail fighting because I said there's no doubt about it. And I went up to these people. I asked them questions. I did all this shit. I got indicted, had a whole bunch of charges on me, blah, blah, blah. And Mike Crawford is sitting here talking about what if she did do it? You know, what if she did?
So that's a lot of what's been going on with me. And one of the trolls said I should get some mental health counseling. I was like, yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. And I think all the people involved in this, I hope Aidan is getting mental health counseling. I hope that Dave is right now for his family, even just because he's going through a lot of stress. Anyone who's going through stress. And one of the things the reason why I took a break is because I don't want this kind of stress in my life. Honestly, I'm too old for it. And it went from me being 100% correct, convinced that Karen Read is innocent, to who the hell knows? Who can you trust on this? And one of the things that really shook me up, I have to say, is Aidan. The whole thing going to that woman's house.
Oh, going to 𝗺𝗵𝗄𝗃𝗃𝗃's house. So it's my fault. So this changes his mind. I want to hear that one more time.
It's that stress. And one of the things the reason why I took a break is because I don't want this kind of stress in my life. Honestly, I'm too old for it. And it went from me being 100% correct, convinced that Karen Read is innocent, to who the hell knows? Who can you trust?
Who the hell knows? I went from was Karen Read innocent to who the hell knows, Who the hell knows? Karen Read might not be innocent. Who the hell knows? Maybe the McAlberts are innocent. Who the hell knows? I mean, this is the guy we're standing with. He came around later though, but he had doubts, but he's the biggest supporter of Karen Read. 100%.
And one of the things that really shook me up, I have to say, is Aidan. The whole thing going to that woman's house.
Okay, so he thought Karen Read was 100% innocent. And then I went to 𝗺𝗵𝗄𝗃𝗃's house on Christmas Eve. And this has changed his opinion about whether or not Karen Read's innocent. That makes sense.
And there's been other things that I think, going back to our first conversation, Aidan and I, on my show. Okay. And I want to make sure that you understand this is more about me than it is about Aidan. This is about me questioning my own place in this.
Questioning.
And really what it's about is on the first show that Aidan came on. He said something and I said something. And I'm not sure that neither one of us really lived up to it, especially me. Him, I think it's a question we don't know the answer to at this point.
What?
And I think that it all goes to the end. We need to wait for the courts. Turn down the temperature, everyone, especially with the negative shit against other people. And especially if those folks are like Kevin, who he's made a decision on the case that you don't agree on. There's no reason to send pizzas to his house. There's no reason that
the only person sending pizzas to people's house is this fat guy named 𝗃𝗍𝗄𝗃, who is just a man of destruction, who isn't on either side of anything. He's a fucking lunatic. He's got nothing to do with this. 𝗃𝗍𝗄𝗃 bad. We all agree.
I need to do videos against him anymore. I'd rather have Kevin on the show and have a civil conversation.
Oh yeah, that'll go well.
So these are the things I'm talking about tonight. I think you should support the dispatcher.
By the way, 𝗵𝗏𝗏 named him Young Jelly after this, which is the funniest thing that 𝗵𝗏𝗏 has ever said, and also the most accurate thing that 𝗵𝗏𝗏 has ever said is calling him Young Jelly. That is the best nickname I've ever heard, the most accurate nickname I've ever heard. Like 𝗵𝗏𝗏 got something right, calling him Young Jelly, because this is like this is like the biggest, and that's the irony about this is like 𝗵𝗏𝗏 takes his olive branch and he's like, no, I'm gonna give you a fucking nickname. Actually, I'm gonna give you a nickname, and I'm gonna call you Young Jelly because you are made of jello, sir. You are just fucking weak and you have no backbone.
And there have been a few things along the way that Aidan has done that I haven't said anything about.
Oh,
I didn't want to rock the boat and be one of those jerks and try to make it about me when he was the leader of this.
Oh,
he was the leader. He was definitely the leader of this.
Okay.
And the reason why he was the leader is because of the journalism that he has done in the past and that he's done now and the following that he had. And I want to say, like, the problem I have with Kevin, I want to give him just criticism too, because the issue that I said on my first show is that I said I would criticize Aidan when he did things wrong, and I didn't do that. Oh, that's my regret.
What did I do wrong?
So tonight, I want to be fair. I want to be as fair as we can to Aidan. I want to be as fair as we can to the domestic violence alleged victim, the woman.
What?
I don't even want to call her that because I think the most important thing she is a mother. She has like 4 kids, and she's stuck between the state and Aidan. And I have great sympathy for her. I do. And I don't like, again, these are things that...
Again, I'm sitting in jail over this. And he's like, Aidan's the problem. Aidan is the problem here. And we're not going to talk about the people who put Aidan in jail. Okay.
I don't like about Aidan. I'm giving him advice tonight. Dude, you've got Mello, you've got Tully, and you even have Kate. That's where she went. That's what it should be about. You don't need to put her, the woman with 4 children, her picture up on your website.
I didn't need to put the woman with 4 children up on my website. I'm sitting in jail because of that. Imagine saying to a guy who's sitting in jail, and he puts a picture up of one of the people who was involved in putting him there. And I'm the problem. Oh, okay. I mean, this is why they call you Young Jelly, bro. Pathetic.
That's my advice.
Okay.
And I'm being as real as I can today.
Again, more advice from Mike Crawford. He's definitely in a position to give people advice because his channel's doing so well, like on his own, right? He's the audacity of this guy to think that he can tell other people, like, here's how you can become a successful YouTuber. You got to be, you got to stop. You got to stop, reporting the facts and putting people's face out there. And you got to start questioning things a little more, and when people are obviously innocent of something, you have to think, but what if they're guilty, even though they're clearly not? You got to humor that retarded idea.
Because I think that I need to express, everyone wanted to know it. Last couple of weeks, everybody hit me up, seeing where I'm at. This is where I'm at. And this doesn't negate what Aidan has done. So much of this case, most of us wouldn't know about it. So I think it's very interesting tonight that we're getting news about the guy, Levy, responding about the letters that went out between the district attorney and the federal government, the attorney, and we're going to find out what was in those letters. And again, this could be nothing. We've been so close so many times when nothing happened.
So close.
We don't know. And I want to give, as I said, some of the things I don't like about Kevin is that he called everyone a mob. I don't think turtle riders are all a mob.
Oh.
I've met turtle riders. They're good people.
Great.
They think that they're doing something good, and they just might be on this.
Might be. They might be.
I still feel Karen Read is probably innocent. I really do. If I had to bet on it, I would bet on that.
But
we don't know.
We don't
and
know.
I think one of the foundational things for me.
We don't know. What the fuck don't we know in January of 2024 about Karen Read's innocence? What don't we know? Seriously. I have never seen a more spineless pussy. Like, he was so happy to get on board with this movement because he's like, oh shit, subscribers, super chats, all this shit. And then I go to jail. And he's like, well, maybe I'll go. Like, this is him just being like, is Turtleboy going down? Because if he is, I got to get off this ship. I got to jump on this other ship over here. That's all this is. The biggest fucking pussy on YouTube is Mike Crawford.
The federal grand jury. And at this point, we still don't know what it's about. And when we found out that Colin Albert had been served at Bridgewater State, that to me felt like that I could be confident of this whole thing.
What?
But I didn't know that Яннety was connected to Rachel Rollins.
He's pushing the conspiracy theory. Listen to what he's saying here. He is pushing the conspiracy theory that the only reason the federal government got involved, this is a 𝗵𝗂𝗏 conspiracy theory, by the way. He is pushing the conspiracy theory. One more time. Listen to what he just said.
That to me felt like that I could be confident of this whole thing. But I didn't know that Яннety was connected to Rachel Rollins.
He is pushing the conspiracy theory that the only reason the federal government got involved in investigating the murder of John O'Keefe was because David Яннety had ties to former then U.S. Attorney Rachel Rollins. That is a conspiracy theory that the McAlbert Mafia has pushed and 𝗵𝗂𝗏 has pushed, that David Янnety was like on involved in Rachel Rollins' like transition team when she was elected to office or something like that. And therefore, David Янnety is responsible for the federal government investigating this. That he is literally repeating 𝗵𝗂𝗏 talking points that are completely untrue. The federal government got involved in this because they smelled fucking something wrong. It was brought to their attention by David Янnety and Alan Jackson in late 2022. And they pitched it to him. And the federal government could have been like, yeah, there's nothing here. We're not investigating this. But they thought something was wrong with this. And they dedicated a lot of resources to this. So pushing this theory that the only reason the federal government got involved is because David Янnety had connections with Rachel Rollins is a flat out lie that he is pushing.
And some will say that's nothing.
Oh.
And even Aidan has covered it. But knowing what I know about Rachel Rollins, it might not be nothing.
Oh, it might be.
And Kevin.
Oh, it might be.
He's given a lot of shit for his theories over the last months.
Yeah, how'd that work out for her?
He put out a theory that I've been thinking about.
How'd that work out for her?
It could be that the federal grand jury is now investigating Rollins.
What?
If that's the case, that doesn't help Karen Reed.
That the federal grand jury that was put together to investigate the murder of John O'Keefe was actually investigating Rachel Rollins, the former U.S. attorney. That's what he said that they're doing. I can't.
And it's definitely possible. But it's also very possible that the federal grand jury will find out is going to help Karen Reed. So this is where I'm at. I'm playing the middle. We don't know. And so I think it's time to just buckle in and let's just be more nice to each other. And let's not dox each other. I saw someone dox Grant Smith Ellis. You know, I've had issues with that guy. I don't want the issues with Grant. Grant started off my show. We actually did good work. We did amazing work on cannabis with Jason Lewis on the show, the state senator who had to basically agree that he was wrong. How often do you see that? He agreed with 2 medical patients. So Grant, I just wish better for Grant. I think Grant's made some mistakes. He's noted some of what he says are my mistakes. I think he's got it out for me. I think maybe I have had it out for him. I don't want to have it out for him anymore. I want the best for everybody on this.
Oh, I want the best.
And I want people to know if we turn out to be wrong, I'll be there to own it and try to make it right.
So if Karen Reed turns out to be guilty, he's going to be there to make it right, McAlberts. This is him extending an olive branch to the McAlberts and be like, hey, if Karen Reed actually did this, which she might have, I think that's a possibility. I do think that is a possibility. Then I got your back. My bad. Just want to put that out there. Don't come for me. Don't come for me.
And I hope the other side does the same. And I don't think Kevin.
Yeah, he owned this.
He has some ego. He's actually not a bad guy.
He's a great guy.
And Kevin, I think the most important thing for him is he actually believes Karen Reed is guilty. And you can't hate someone for making a determination in this case, because there's so much wonky stuff on both sides. And that's kind of the show.
Wonky stuff.
Where I'm kind of headed on it if I continue to cover it.
If I continue to cover it. He goes, there's wonky stuff on both sides. What is the wonky stuff on our side? I failed to see this. Again, Mike, this is why you ain't the leader. This is why I'm the leader. Because I'm not a pussy. I'm not a fucking pussy. I don't back down from shit. I don't ever doubt Karen Reed's innocence ever. And this is what offends me most about this shit is that Karen Reed is aligning herself with people like him. This is why Karen Reed has $8,000 in her fucking account, right? I mean, just look at the numbers. I was told last time that Nick Rocco is the reason all this money was raised. Why doesn't he use his magical money-making skills to raise money for Karen Reed? Why isn't he doing that? Oh, it's almost as if that money was raised because of someone else, that someone else was the catalyst for all that money being raised. I don't know who that person is, but maybe they're not involved in it this time because they were treated like fucking dog shit. And when you treat people like fucking dog shit, they no longer have the same energy that they did and the same fervor to take up your fucking cause, especially when your life is no longer on the line, right? Maybe that has something to do with it. I mean, let's listen to this idiot once again.
And you can't hate someone for making a determination in this case, because there's so much wonky stuff on both sides. And that's kind of the show where I'm kind of headed on it if I continue to cover it.
If I continue to cover it. If I continue to cover it. If he was actually saying, I might not ever talk about this again. I might just tap out. I might tap out. What a fucking pussy, Karen. Karen, how could you align yourself with somebody like this? This is what he said when times got tough. This is the kind of guy you want in your corner. Karen Reed, I always had your fucking back. Always. I might not like you as a person. I might have some criticisms of you, right? But I always had your fucking back when times were tough. Always. That's why I fucking got these charges in the first place, because I had your fucking back from day one. Always. I went up to the people you were a stranger to me, Karen Reed. I didn't fucking know you before this whole shit got started. But I believed in your cause. I've never been more certain of anything in my life that you're innocent. From day one, April 18th, 2023, Karen Reed is completely fucking factually innocent. And I was so passionate about it that I started goddamn going to the courthouse, bringing crowds with me, doing rolling rallies, going to these people, asking them questions that everyone in the media was too spineless to fucking ask. I did that. I did all that. No one else was willing to do that. No one. I did that. And I was happy to do it. And I do it again in a second if your life is on the line, which it's not. Now, I understand that you don't reciprocate because, you said on the Dateline episode that you would not do this for anyone else, right? And it's just not your style to go to bat for other people. You haven't said a fucking word about 𝗊𝐿𝐶ie Fitzsimmons, right? I think you should do that because my hands are kind of tied with the fact that I have a conflict of interest in the case. But guess what? I'm beginning to not care. That's going to be my new thing. Fuck it. I'm all in on 𝗊𝐿𝐶ie Fitzsimmons. She's completely innocent and she'd be released from jail. It's a fucking injustice. Free 𝗊𝐿𝐶ie Fitzsimmons. Absolutely. And maybe I'll go up to Justin Alay and start asking him questions. Maybe. I don't want to get charged with witness intimidation, but I might start again. Maybe somebody who's not on bail, because Mike Crawford, he's kind of taken on the 𝗊𝐿𝐶ie Fitzsimmons case, right? That's his baby. He's like, we're going to go there. He actually shows up for her hearings. He didn't show up for the Karen Reed hearings. He never went to any of those. But he shows up for the 𝗊𝐿𝐶ie Fitzsimmons one. So why isn't he organizing groups of people to come down there? Why isn't he standing outside the courthouse with a megaphone demanding justice for 𝗊𝐿𝐶ie Fitzsimmons, right? And people are frustrated with it. Michael Bryant's down there. Yeah, he's doing it. He's an actual reporter. Like, he's not like Michael Bryant's not like an activist like I am. I'm a reporter / activist. Like, Mike is kind of like supposed to be like me, right? Supposed to be leading a movement here. He's not afraid to like share his opinions on shit, right? Cannabis and all this other shit, left-wing causes, blah, 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 blah. So why isn't Mike Crawford down at the courthouse rallying the troops? He doesn't have any charges. He's not on bail. Why isn't he going up to Justin Alayan and asking him questions about, do you think it's healthy for your baby not to have his mother around? Do you think that's in the best long-term interest of your child? Do you? Don't you think you should find a way to work with her going forward for the betterment of your child to have two parents in her life? Don't you think that? How is going after all her money and her assets helping the child? What is going on? That's what I would do if I was covering the 𝗊𝐶ie 𝗵𝗂𝗧𝘂𝗍𝗻 case and I wasn't on bail. Mike Crawford is covering the 𝗊𝐶ie 𝗵𝗂𝗧𝘂𝗍𝗻 case and he's not on bail. So why isn't he doing those things? Why isn't he because he's a fucking pussy. He's an opportunistic fucking pussy. And the 𝗊𝐶ie 𝗵𝗂𝗧𝘂𝗍𝗻 case was just yet another thing that he could fucking jump on and grift off of. That's all this is. But hey, we're gonna stand up for 𝗊𝐶ie 𝗵𝗂𝗧𝘂𝗍𝗻 and justice, and I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna stream her trial, and I'm gonna put it up on there, and I'm gonna have a little thing there, and I'm not gonna have much commentary on it, and we're gonna do that. Fucking pussy.
Where's Turtleboy?
Oh,
I don't want to shit on the guy.
Okay,
I really don't.
He doesn't want to.
I feel like he's in a tough spot. I think it's because
I'm in jail. I was in jail.
As my friend Jamal said, too much cowboy shit. When you're dealing on this level, you got to be extra careful, and I think that's the message for all of us right now. Just be careful. Be nice.
So Jamal, who I talked to in jail, it's my guy, told him I do too much cowboy shit. Is that what he said? So what cowboy shit is Crawford talking about? What was the cowboy shit that I've done? Like, journalism. So he's like, I'm in jail because I have too much cowboy shit. Okay, Okay, sure thing, Crawford.
Have you looked at the comments? I don't know what people are going to think about this. Mike is a jerk. Oh, here it is. Some of those. And I would say to the writers too, like, don't prove Kevin right. Like, It's okay if someone has a different opinion. It doesn't make them a bad person.
Oh.
And I'm also saying, like, I still think Karen Read is innocent. I still think that the state police are harassing Turtleboy. I still don't want to see Turtleboy get jailed, but I'm prepared.
So if Karen Read is innocent, why aren't you loudly screaming that? What the fuck? Like, I've never seen Mazda Media waver on this issue. I never saw BLT waver on this issue. Nope. Certainly never saw 𝗬𝗏𝗄𝗆 waver on this issue. I've seen JFK. Well, he showed up kind of late, but he wasn't exactly a loud supporter of her innocence early on. But this guy did. Go on, Mike.
To like own up if there's some bullshit there. Like, it's possible even Karen Read's innocent and Turtleboy did some bullshit.
What?
I'm going to hear it out. And that's what I'm saying. I'm going to be a lot more fair in the coverage, and I'm going to criticize mistakes. And even the big mistake I talked about is going to her house. If you listen to the 𝗺𝗿𝗃𝗃 interview yesterday.
I went to
attorney Tim Bradel. Tim Bradel did great last night on 𝗺𝗃𝗃.
Okay, so my mistake was going to Lindsay's house.
And the only bad moment of that, like they kept him for 4 parts. 𝗺𝗃𝗃 does quick interviews because he has so many commercials. And so he kept going. He kept Bradel there for 4 segments. And the only part that didn't come off good was when he was asked the question, like, why did he go there? And so someone can be like, someone can be good and bad. Let's just put it that way.
So I'm bad because I went to Lindsay Gattani's house. He had no idea why I went there. None. We all know now why I went to Lindsay Gattani's house. Because she invited me there. And she said that she wanted to talk about the grand jury summons that she received. She wanted to talk about it in person, she said. So that's why I went there. Right? Because I was invited there. And I had no clue that she was being used as a tool to set me up. Right? That they were they wanted her to invite me over. That was the fucking plan. They handed her a grand jury summons. Brian Tully told her, you can tell him. That's what she testified to. You can tell him. They wanted her to send it to me because they knew that that was going to be irresistible to me. I'm going to be like, what the fuck? I have so many questions. And then she invited me over and I went. And she showed me the contents of her entire fucking phone. I read all the messages and I was horrified there. That was not a booty call. That was fucking like, what is going on here? And they set the whole fucking thing up. And to this day, she claims like her read the fucking police reports. She never said I fucking assaulted her. She said that she stole my fucking papers. That I tried to get the paper back, and she was holding one end and I'm holding the other, and that I let go and she fucking fell on the couch. That's her fucking story. And that she didn't consider it assault. That's what it says in the police report. That she didn't consider it assault, but Tully did. Tully was like, good, that's good enough for me. We're gonna call that assault. And he's the one that called the cops. And he specifically said she's a witness. It was a whole fucking setup. Crawford, I'm an enemy of the fucking state. I was a political prisoner in it. That's what the CEOs used to call me. Political prisoner. They go, you are an actual political prisoner in here. Like, you were in here for political purposes, period. And you would never be in this position, young jelly, because you're a pussy. Period.
They can make mistakes. And I think that you got to own your mistakes if you make them.
What mistake did I make?
And I think my advice for everyone is just to calm down a little bit.
We'll calm down.
Wait for court. Wait to see what happens on Thursday.
Let's see.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's good to get off social media. Take a break. You can still watch it, but don't post so much. That's what I'm going to start doing.
What?
And I'm not going to make this my entire life. Over the last months, this has become my entire friggin' life besides walking dogs. People saying they're on sub. That's fine. That's actually good. Because that's what I want to make sure that this is about too. That this isn't about just who's following me, getting all the followers. I want to be doing a show that is 100% authentic and truthful. And tonight, I'm telling the truth. I feel like there have been some mistakes, and I should have been more critical of them. And I wasn't. And I think that we all need to be a little more careful. These people are playing for keeps. And what if we are wrong? What if we did fall for something?
What if we fell for something?
So that's what I'm saying tonight.
What did he just say?
And it wasn't. And I think that we all need to be a little more careful. These people are playing for keeps. And what if we are wrong? What if we did fall for something?
What if we did fall for something? Wow. Have you guys ever thought you fell for something with the Karen Reed case? I never felt that way. Is he suggesting that Karen Reed's legal defense team tricked us all? That Alan Jackson and Karen Reed tricked us? Because that's another McAlbert talking point. I've never said that.
So that's what I'm saying tonight. And one of the reasons, like, I still feel like Karen Reed is definitely innocent is the things like the canine bites. And I want to play some of the stuff from Melanie Little tonight. And I feel like what I want to cover more is the Karen Reed stuff going forward right now. Because I think on Turtleboy, we just don't know enough. I still feel like he's getting railroaded because of the coverage that he did. I think that's pretty damn obvious. And that's where I'm at. I see people saying they're subscribing all over the place. That's okay. And someone said I'm always playing other people's shit. That's not even true. So much. We've had so many interviews and content on here. You can be, it's ridiculous. This is my crew of vagina. Here's a good one. I think it's fine to check yourself. I try to remember to do that. I think that's all it is. We all need to check ourselves.
Yeah, check yourself there.
And I don't know why. I think that Turtleboy needed more checking.
I need to check.
And I think often I have too.
Oh.
And I think I see it in Grant. I think I see it in Kate. I mean, the thing about Kate, I can't trust a lot of what she says because of the hate that she has for him. But he gave her that awful nickname. So there's two sides to it.
There's two sides to the Kate Peter debate because I called her crusty panties. It's my fault. Kate is pretty awful, but I called her crusty panties, which she calls herself too, by the way. But that's my fault because I called her crusty panties. By the way, crusty panties is not extending the same peace offering to you, young jelly, because she is not worthy. That's not how she's built, my dude. And so, yeah, this guy. Oh my God. And I didn't give her that name. She earned it. Go back and watch the best. Kate was the best man in her friend's wedding. I'm not even kidding. She was the best man in her friend's wedding. She was there on the groom side and she was in the wedding party somehow. And the bride came on the show and explained how Kate left her rotted, crusty panties in their apartment after like mooching off of them for a bit. Yeah, Krusty hates Crawford. Like Crawford's at the top of her like fucking hate list. Like the least respect list. Like she respects me more than Crawford. Like everybody does. Plevin does. I mean, Plevin calls him Young Jelly. Like he is the least respected person on all sides, I would say.
And so that's what I'm trying to do on the show now. I want to be more fair if I'm going to be covering this.
Gotta be fair.
Listen, some wow, you're a coward.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm actually being brave tonight.
He's brave. He's brave.
To even do the show.
He's so brave.
Look at these people. They turn so quickly. Vagina Mike.
Vagina Mike.
This is actually a very good comment.
Vagina Mike. He called him Vagina. That's his new name. Vagina Mike. Hold on.
You can't conflate.
Wow, you're a coward.
Look at these people. They turn so quickly. Vagina Mike.
Wait, what was what did he say before
This
that?
is brave tonight.
He's being brave. He's being brave tonight. Like, this dude really just called himself brave.
They turn so quickly. Vagina Mike.
Look at Vagina Mike. I know you think you're brave, but you're not. There's nothing brave about being a pussy, because that's all this is. This is just him being a big pussy. And he's like, I'm being brave. How are you being brave? Like, he's saying this while I'm sitting in a jail cell. This is a guy who 2 weeks prior did a stream saying, I'm done. I'm out. I need a criminal defense attorney, even though I'm not being charged any crimes. And then he comes on. He's like, yeah, maybe Karen Reed's guilty. I don't know. His official stance is, I don't know. But that's brave. He's so brave. I mean, bro.
This is actually a very good comment. You can't conflate.
And by the way, if I go to the next 𝗊𝗁𝗃 𝗵𝗂𝗃 here, and I'm going to question him, Mike, I'm going to fuck Justin Alea, and I'll stay away from him for now because I don't want to catch a charge. But I will have some questions for Crawford about this. I have some questions because let's get old school. Let's get old. I'll see you at the next hearing, Mike.
Turtleboy and Karen Reed cases. And that's exactly it. And that's why I like Melanie Little right now. That's why I'm going to follow her, actually. The attorney, Melanie Little. She's doing amazing work. I'm going to follow her lead. And Sean McDonough and Olivia. Like, I think a lot of people.
He's going to follow McDonough. That's a good point. I'm glad you brought up Melanie Little. I'm going to follow her. Melanie Little has never wavered in Kara Reed's innocence. And that's what people love about her, because she never wavered. She has been one of the rare law tubers that said, fuck partiality. Fuck partiality. Fuck pretending that there are two sides of this issue. Fuck pretending that it's even up for debate that John O'Keefe was hit by a car. Fuck that. Fuck that. That is why Melanie Little is so popular, right? That is what made Melanie Little a household name, because she was the only lawyer who was willing to do that on her channel and be like, no, there is no other side of this issue. We're right. They're wrong. And that's it. So I'm glad he brought her up, because she is everything he will never be, ever. Like,
on the Karen Reed side, point out stuff every day, like keep me convinced that Karen Reed is innocent. But it's okay to have some doubt. That's all I'm going to say.
It's okay to have doubt.
I have had a little doubt.
Oh my God. What specifically have you doubted, Mike? Does he explain any of this? What were the doubts? Can you get into the doubts? Like, what are you doubting? What are you doubting, Mike? At least Plevin can explain his doubts. This guy can't.
Look at these guys. Howard. This is a guy behind a fake name. You don't have your real name on there. Yeah, stick to the facts.
13 Kings. That's my guy Don. I know who he really is, and he called him a coward. Yeah, Don will call you a pussy to your face. By the way, go ahead.
That's what I want to do. There are a lot of good facts.
A lot of facts. Yes, there are.
I just love it. Call me coward tonight. Getting a lot of that.
Look at this. Look at he's bringing up all the people calling him a coward. It's so true. I'm so glad you guys called him this. God bless you guys. Vagina, calm down, Vagina Mike.
It is a good one. People were flipping out right now. We drink hot dog water if they got told at this point. Mike hasn't even said anything bad. Yeah, no, I haven't actually.
The people who are flipping out would drink hot dog water if they got told to at this point. Mike hasn't said anything bad. Oh, I disagree. I disagree.
What is my doubt? Okay. Well, I question.
Yeah,
this is
okay. What's your doubt?
This is the reason why it's not really doubt at this point.
Huh?
But these are things that you have to think about. Like, my worst nightmare is that we've harmed. This is one of my points tonight. Like, what happens if we're wrong? What happens if you, even if you 100% feel like Karen Reed is innocent, what happens if you're wrong? Like, that's kind of where I am.
Like, what happens if the laws of physics cease to exist on Brian Albert's front lawn? I've never thought about that, because John O'Keefe wasn't hit by a car. So I've never even contemplated that. What if I'm wrong? I've had no doubt about it. It's just not even a question.
Do you see what I'm saying?
No, I don't actually.
So I have to check it again, And I think that even if it's, my opinion shouldn't matter so much on the show.
Your opinion shouldn't matter?
I want to do a show that airs both sides a little more.
Do you?
You call me a traitor. That's fine. Did I get some bad weed? No, I think I got some good weed. I don't think you can handle it.
And by the way, did he ever follow through on that? Did he ever have anyone from the other side on his show throughout the trial? And this is how you know he's fake. Throughout the trial, he had 𝗵𝗏𝗺 on every day. 𝗵𝗏𝗺 never was was like, maybe she did it. He never said anything like that. No one did. He's never had a guest on that's like, maybe they did it. He never did because he realized like, oh, there's no money in that. Like, you're going to be poor like 𝗵𝗲. Like, nobody watches 𝗵𝗲 show. At least 𝗵𝗲 keeps it real, you know? Like, like you don't. You don't. You were just like, he saw that. I went to jail and he's like, oh shit, are the tides turning a little bit here? The anti-Kearney movement's starting to grow a little bit. Should I jump on that ship now? I don't really know what ship I want to jump on. Pussy.
This is a good one. Answer me this, Mike. Did you talk to Tully? Are you a witness? No. Nope.
Yeah, because you're not important enough. Brian Tully has no interest in you whatsoever.
People say it sounds like I flipped. No, I'm trying to be more fair. That's all this is tonight. And I'm trying to remove myself from it a little more. Because I felt like I got too caught up that one way.
What?
And I'm not trying to like walk anything back. I'm not like, I'm just being truthful.
Okay, Vagina Mike. Relax.
Yeah, when you can't trust yourself, like you feel like you're making mistakes, like doing this. This is the thing that I want you to express to all you guys. Give content creators a little break, because this is not easy shit. You can easily start self-doubting. And I think,
hey guys, he goes, give content. I got to hear that one again.
That's what I want to express yourself. Like, if you feel like you're making mistakes, like doing this. This is the thing that I want you to express to all you guys. Give content creators a little break, because this is not easy shit.
Give content creators a break, because this is not easy shit. Let me just correct the record there. This is extremely easy shit. Like, this is very, especially for him on his truth journey, his valid truth journey here. All right. This is very easy shit. Like, you just get on, you know what preparation I did for the show? Nothing. I did fucking no preparation whatsoever. I'm just jumping on here. It's really easy. And like, you just get in front of a microphone and you talk, and it's really fucking easy. So he's like, it's not easy. Give the real victims here, guys, are the content creators. We're the real victims in all this. You know, give 𝗵𝗲 a break. You know? Give the glare a break. It's not easy for us. You know, we're out here on our valid truth journey, doing our whole thing. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Anyway, so let's I just couldn't believe you said that. Like, I put the phone too close to it. Sorry.
You can easily start self-doubting. And I think that's what I want to express tonight, is that I had self-doubt.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would say innocent, I love this comment, innocent until proven guilty. That's where I stand too. On both Turtleboy and absolutely Karen Read. They're innocent until proven guilty. I want to see what happens in the courts. And I'm really happy that we got to.
That's the whole point, dipshit. This shouldn't be in a court. This should be dismissed, Vagina Mike. This should be thrown out. Like, that was our whole point. I don't want to see this play out in court because it's a fucking farce to begin with. I was entertained by it being in court. I had a good time with it. But, you know, we got a lot of interesting things in there, but I don't want this to play out in court.
For the fence today. So that's where I'm headed. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the facts are going to be borne out in the courts. And whichever way those facts go is which way I'm going.
Oh, yeah. The facts.
And I think that it's going to end up Karen Read innocent. It may actually be this week. We could actually have it on Thursday. But it also could be nothing. And people are asking me on both sides, like, especially now, like, the other side always thinks that I know that Karen Read is guilty. And that's the thing that I just have to, like, question them too. Because no, I don't know that Karen Read is guilty. I feel like she's probably very innocent. But I can have self-doubt and I can worry about it.
Oh my God.
And I can be honest about it.
Oh my God, Vagina Mike. Killing me.
This is a good comment. They botched the investigation. That's why I think Karen Read is innocent. But there could be other explanations for that too. But if you have to put odds on it, I think she's innocent.
If you have to put odds on it. He's really going out on the ledge there. If I were to bet on it,
the pots. You guys are ridiculous.
Probably say innocent.
Not the pot speaking.
It's at the pot.
I love the same comment over and over. Jennifer, coward.
God bless you, Jennifer. God bless you, Jennifer. You stood up for justice while I was in jail, and I couldn't call him. If I wasn't in jail, Vagina Mike would not have done this stream. He's only doing this because I'm in jail. That's literally the only reason he's doing it.
Mike, why the change of heart?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think that I put too much faith in Turtleboy. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, too much faith in me. Okay. What a pussy. Oh my God.
See, now they're doxing my address. This is a classic.
Content creators don't have it easy, Mike. Sorry about the doxing. What's your address? I don't even know. And Crawford, 3 of his mods came to me and they quit because he shared the video of me crying on the floor. Okay. Which is just, again, the lowest thing. Like the fact that anybody that could do that could egg someone on, tell them that I'm going to tell the police that you hit me so that you go back to jail, and then cause me to fucking beg and plead. Please don't do that. I'm going to miss my kids. Please don't do that to me. And then they're laughing at you and taunting you and start videotaping you while you're crying on the floor. To do that is an act of evil. Okay. To then share that months later while you're sober, 8 months later, to then share that on Twitter for public consumption so that Gaffney and Krusty and all the baddies. I mean, that was like the most fucking hurtful thing anyone has ever done to me when that was shared by somebody that I once trusted and loved, right? To have that shared at my lowest point is just fucking shameful and evil. And I'll never get over that ever. It's worse than sending me to jail, I would say. It was just like doing it to fucking hurt. And it's like, and then Crawford reshared it. Vagina Mike reshared it. And he said, he called me closet baby. That's what he did. He said, this is the real closet baby. Vagina Mike said that. I mean, evil. And it's like, I would ask this, and that's why it's just like, bro, it still fucks me up. Like, because if anyone else had shared that, if Krusty had somehow got her hands on that video some other way, I wouldn't mind it as much. It's the fact that she shared it. Like, that is to me, is just like, other people can get mad about that. And I'm not even like mad about it. It's just fucking hurtful. Like, as hurtful. If her goal was to fucking hurt me, she succeeded, man. That shit was hurtful, seeing that shit. And it's just like, and why? Like, what did I do to deserve that? And Crawford doesn't even have the dignity to be like, you know what? That's crossing a line. That's too much for me. I can't get on board with that. And then he shares it and he's like, closet baby. Because that's the kind of person Mike Crawford is.
And that's exactly what I'm being. Just be honest.
And I want to pose a hypothetical situation for you guys and think about how this would be viewed. Imagine I had a girlfriend, and after a night of drinking, I egged them on in some way, or I said something to intentionally cause fear, pain, and alarm, right? I just said something and then I smiled about it because it's funny to do that to another human being who you supposedly love, right? And I put that out there, and I just cause a woman, my girlfriend, pain, right? And I just want to hurt you. And then I make her think, and then she starts saying, please don't take me away from my kids. I love my kids. Please don't do that to me. Please don't do that to me. And I'm like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It's going to be funny. It's going to be funny when you get taken away from your kids. I'm going to enjoy that because I'm mad at you and I want to hurt you, right? And then she starts crying on the fucking floor, saying, please don't do that. Please don't do that. And I'm like, oh yeah? And I take my camera out and I start filming my girlfriend on the floor crying and begging her not to hurt me. And then I post that video on the internet of my girlfriend crying on the floor while I'm enjoying it. How would that go over? How would that go over? Would any of you guys be defending me if I did that? No, you'd be fucking disgusted with me, as you should be. And it would be viewed very differently because she's a woman. and you're not supposed to treat women that way. But men, you can do that too, apparently. And it's not a big deal if you do that to a man. Men aren't supposed to cry. They're not, you know what I mean? Not supposed to do that. It's okay. I'm still fucked up from that. Like, I still can't get over that somebody that it's hard, man. It's a lot to fucking process. I've been recorded the whole time. It just it hurts, man. Not gonna lie.
I'm just reading more comments tonight. This is a great comment. Everyone put tons of faith in anything that went one way, but the doubt is there. Must have quit. Here we go. Turtleboy side, have you read all the court filings yourself? I would not say I've read every court filing. I've read a lot of them. I don't want to say everyone. How did I lose faith in Turtleboy? Let's just put that to rest. Like, it's not that I lost faith in him. It's just that it led me to question things a little more. I did. Because I felt like the two questions that we asked, basically I asked him, no more ratchet shit. He said, no more ratchet. And I meant that. And I felt like the shit that happened was kind of ratchet. Let's be serious.
It was
ratchet. Come at me, whatever. But I just think at this high stakes.
So the shit that happened to me being set up by Tully and company with a fake grand jury summons was ratchet. That was ratchet. I'm a ratchet for being interested in why 𝗫𝗏𝗃𝗏 got a fucking summons. That is somehow ratchet.
I've never gone there. His lawyer told him not to. That was a big mistake. And the other side throws all this shit at him. And how do we know? We don't know. So we'll wait to go to court. That's what I'm saying. Here's one too. Just because Aidan is incarcerated for something completely unrelated, you can't deny the facts. Mike, I'm respectfully asking how no animosity. And this is the point. I don't think Aidan should be in jail right now. I think it's just I don't.
Bold statement.
But I don't think this is like great for even him to like constantly be discussing his case and going after people. I think he has a case. Like, I think he has a good path to getting out. I hope he gets out. I hope everything turns out good for him. I really do. There's a good comment. You get spooked, disappear, and then come back saying a different tune. Why do you think people are going to say? I feel you on that. I do. I definitely did kind of get spooked. But then I feel better now. Like, I feel like, honestly, I feel like I had to reevaluate my actions too. Like, was I getting carried away? And I feel like people just need to calm down a little bit. Sending pizzas to houses, and that's not good on either side. And I think that you need to give like creators a break a little bit on this shit. Like, I'm trying to do the right thing. I am. But I have to be careful because in the end, what do we really know? I don't know the most. Maybe Turtleboy knows so much. And, he's more confident about it. He's putting everything on the line for it. I mean, I got to respect that too. But I also don't want to downplay, and I don't want to attack the domestic violence case. Like, I just don't.
Oh my God. He doesn't.
I want to let that go to court. I don't think he should be in jail.
You don't want to attack the domestic violence case. It never fucking happened, Mike. There was no domestic violence. What the fuck are you talking about? Pussy. I mean, this is the easiest one to take a stand on. Like, the Glare had no problem being like, yeah, I don't believe it. You heard the fucking tape from that night, Mike. If there was domestic violence, then why was she fucking telling me I can't leave? That's not how fucking domestic violence works. It's like, yeah, you just beat the shit out of me, but you can't fucking leave me. What are you talking about, Mike?
Especially not without a trial. I think that they should release him right now. So this is the reality. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to speak truth tonight. Put some more comments up. Okay. This is the difference. Turtleboy sitting in a jail cell for what he truly believes in. You decide to have a chat with the McAlberts, and now you're Team McAlberts. No, I'm not Team McAlberts. I'm not Team Turtleboy. I'm trying to say that I would try to cover this more in the middle, like a Ted Daniel, like Dave.
How have you covered it like a Ted Daniel? At least Ted Daniel goes out and like does public records requests and gets interviews and stuff like that. You're not even. Oh my God.
Well, and I think the part of what you're saying is true. Turtleboy's sitting in jail for what he truly believes in. I believe that. I totally believe that. And I feel horrible about it. I do. You and Kevin from Yellow Cottage Trail are exactly the same. I don't think so. I don't have hate for Aidan. I have no hate for Aidan.
All right.
I hope he gets out. I hope he's vindicated. Am I watching all the subscriptions? That'd be fine. Kate threatening to expose me. No. It's a lot. It's a lot. Stick to Karen's case and docs at the time being. Do you? This is a lot. Exactly. I think we need to give everyone a break. This is a lot. I would like to have Dave on my show.
Mm-hmm.
I like Dave.
Yeah, I like Dave.
Dave is a good mom. Oh my God, I'm so shocked in you. There's another one. You have hate for no one. You are grifter. LMAO. There's another one. Turtleboy is fighting for what he believes in. You chicken out when you get scared. Did you know Turtleboy could plea and walk now? You run scared and turn on this. See, that's not what I'm doing. I'm basically playing the middle.
Thank you.
I'm saying I feel like I got in too deep, and
I got in too deep? Who the fuck do you think you are? What have you gotten into? You go on YouTube and you briefly discuss the case. What are you talking about?
Questioning things, but I still feel like Turtleboy is right. And I still feel like Karen Reed is innocent. And I feel like I have a right to talk to people on the other side and ask them for their information.
I'm going to speed it up a little.
And I'm not going to say that I was very pleased with the way they handled that, actually, and the way that their information back.
Yeah, I have no respect for neutrality in this situation.
I have no backbone. That's okay. I'm going to be fine. Someone said that when this was going on, that I was too insignificant, all this other shit. And I was like, I kind of wish I was insignificant. And maybe that's one of the lessons of this, that I don't really want to be doing a show. And that'll be fine too.
He wishes he was insignificant. There's Megan Kirby is in there. I love Megan Kirby. I talked to her when I was in jail. She says that Aidan has a backbone. You should get one. I didn't even notice that. God bless you, Megan Kirby. The real ones who, while I was in jail, were out here defending the wall. I mean, telling this motherfucker, putting him in his place. God bless you, Megan.
But I think this is telling right here. This is a good comment. The documents tell us everything. And that's what I want to get back to. When we're covering the show, I don't want to be going after folks. I don't. I want to do the documents. I want to do that type of coverage, stick to what happened in court. And that's about it. And I want to see what happens.
I want to see what happens. Okay.
There it is. I love this comment right here. This is Leah. She says, the best part of this country, you can feel any way you want, believe anything you want, be true to yourself, Mike. And I think that's what a lot of us need to be able to do right now.
That's a really gay comment. It means nothing. The best part of this country is you can feel any way you want and believe anything you want. Be true to yourself, Mike. Yeah, on your valid truth journey. What the fuck does that even mean? Yeah, you can. What does that have to do with the fact that Karen Reed didn't kill John O'Keefe? Period.
I hate to question Turtleboy. I think he's probably questioning himself on some things. I mean, this is not a good time. I understand that, to get to the show. It's unfortunate. And I don't want to be going after Turtleboy. I really don't.
Oh, yeah, he's going after me.
I think he brought us here. I think the guy has done phenomenal journalism. But I got to be honest on the way I feel. When people make it about that and they're attacking me, I don't want it to be about me. So I would like to be a place that would be respectful to all sides.
Yeah, real respectful.
So what am I going to go to tonight? I'm going to close with this.
I actually sent this photo to 2 other police canine handlers and who are also trainers who themselves have seen countless fights. Probably between us, we've seen, hundreds each. And I didn't say anything. I said, what are your thoughts on this? And they said, there's zero question that this is a dog bite. Zero question to them. Their thought, though, was that this was a police dog that probably should have been washed out. This is not what we want to see on a police fighting deep and holding. These
that question, so let me pull up that exact question, but keep going.
And this is the exact.
I've done dog rescue.
A dog, and we see this even with trained police dogs, when someone's wearing baggy clothing or long sleeves or jeans or a jacket.
Well, let me say that this guy sounds like a dog trainer, expert behaviors, that is on Melanie Little show.
Yeah.
I've done dog rescue. I've been a dog walker.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah.
Slight training with dogs.
Yes.
And, you have to as a good walker. But this guy seems like he's got more experience, and I'm sure he's seen a lot of bites. And I've seen bites and scratches, and I've had them on my own arm, the same place. So this is one of the pieces of the evidence that I really think helps Karen Reed as being innocent.
you're going to get these more shallow bites. The dog's constantly trying to get a grip on the prey. And of course, the prey item is moving away, and you're going to get these. This is what's considered shallow bite marks. It's the dog trying to get a grip, but the only thing that's sinking in are those front teeth. And the biggest thing that kind of stood out to me, I don't know if you can see my cursor or not, but this bite right here, I mean, I'm calling it a bite. I'm trying to stay objective here, but okay. These look like, and you see this a lot with shallow bites.
There's a comment. Barkley came in and said, I think I would understand your stance if you weren't communicating with KP Durant, etc. I blocked KP. Like, I feel like she's too big to Turtleboy. I just don't want to hear it. She came after me. I blocked her. Grant has me blocked. I haven't blocked. He blocks me on everything. I haven't talked to either one of them. I have really no interest in talking to them. But I also don't want to spend all my time attacking them. Do you understand?
No.
I don't want to get into the mud with them.
I
With a bunch of folks.
I
just don't.
I
I want to stick to the Karen Reed as innocent. And I want to see what happens with Turtleboy. Because I don't know. I don't know. And I think none of this would have happened if not for Turtleboy uncovering a lot of crazy shit.
Okay.
And I think that in the end, he's going to be the hero on this. And I understand why people are mad at me on it. I do. This isn't some nefarious plot, believe me. That's what I want to take out of this. I think the simplest answer sometimes, the simplest, all right, let's just keep watching the video. This is really good shit.
Bites. What it looks like is this is maybe the left canine, maybe the bottom right canine, or the canine here, but these.
Is there a way for you to enlarge that photo on your screen? Yeah, there we go.
So these look like the front teeth. Think of the dog's, let's say potentially the teeth were here, the bottom teeth were here. These little ones here are the little, and I'm not a veterinary dentist by any means. These are the small little baby teeth. Actually have a very crude example here. I don't know if you guys can still see me right back.
Yeah, I'll give you the full.
Don't mind this, we use this for one of our videos. Not the canines, but these little teeth right here. When you get a shallow bite, that's what it looks like. And I can actually pull up another picture of a dog bite that we know is a dog bite. You're going to see the same kind of, I don't know if you want to call it striations, but those front baby teeth also causing damage.
I was hoping to donate to Janelle.
Dog keeps trying to get a grip, but that material offers just a little bit of protection and makes the material slip more, which gets you more of that kind of striping or laceration. So I'm going to share my screen again, and this again is another dog bite, an actual dog bite that no one's arguing. And you're going to see this is a very minor dog bite.
There's a comment. I want to take this comment here. Why just 2 weeks ago?
There's Megan Kirby. She goes, please answer why just 2 weeks ago you were saying very Turtleboy-esque thing like, let's go, let's fuck, I am ready, while simultaneously asking for donations for a lawyer just in case. That's right. That's right. Remember he was asking for money for a lawyer? What do you do with that?
You're saying very turtleless things like, let's go, we're ready to fuck. Like someone says asking for donations for a lawyer just in case, you're going to return those donations. I'll say this. I do have an attorney. Hasn't cost anything yet. Okay, so is he gonna? So he hasn't been charged. So he asked for money for a lawyer. He raised a bunch of money, and he's got a lawyer. And what's going on? I don't think it will. If it does, I'll use the money. If it doesn't, I was hoping to donate to Janelle at 𝗵𝗵𝗃. Okay, so if he does get charged with a crime, he'll use the money. But he collected all this money for a lawyer, and he hasn't paid the lawyer anything, because he hasn't been charged with anything. But he might, if he might use the money, or he might give it to Janelle Webb, who, by the way, I raised $5,000 for a couple days before I went to jail on my show, the dispatcher, who was also wrongly charged with conspiracy. I paid for her lawyer single-handedly. She just needed $5,000 because the charges got dropped with her. Nothing ever came of it. They forgot to they indicted her and then never charged her. So he never gave any money to Janelle, and he never spent any money on an attorney. So what's he asking for money for? What do you need the money for? On Venmo. And if anyone wants a refund, they can always ask for it. Oh, you can ask for money. Totally down for that. Okay, you can ask for a refund. Let's go back to the video. Okay.
This is from those front baby teeth. I'm saying baby teeth, but whatever those little teeth are between the canines. See that?
Yeah.
That might be from a canine, but that's just from a really, really shallow bite. Right, where the dog just barely got a hold of the skin and those front teeth took care of it, which we can see a lot in dogs that are in more of a defensive drive, meaning they're not trying to kill something, but they're saying, get away from me. So they're not committing to the bite.
It's so interesting because most people, I think, when we look at this, not being experts in dog bites or dog handling, would say that those look like scratches.
Yeah, that is a dog bite all day from the front teeth, those little baby teeth between the canines. They can do some damage too.
Great. Okay, you said you had a video.
Yeah. Let me pull that up, and we'll just show you some dog bites. Again, these are trained dogs that, or at least in training, learning how to bite, but you get a feel for what a dog bite looks like from a Belgian Malinois or a German Shepherd. So
he thought he was being charged with a crime because Krusty Panties tweeted at him and was like, "You're next," because he had announced on Christmas that he had heard the audio from the night of December 23rd, in which Lindsay's screaming at me and shit like that. That old audio. And so he heard that, and he made a post saying that I've heard the audio and it's Really bad. It shows that Aidan was being the good guy and blah, 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 blah. So he actually took a stand for once. And then _𝗏𝗏 messaged him and be like, that you played Wiretapped. You listen to Wiretapped audio. You're going to jail. And he was like, oh, fuck. Better stop. Better just shut down this whole operation.
Let's go ahead and I'll pull this one up. Make sure it's kosher for you all. All right. Don't mind some of the sound effects that are happening. It's going to be loud. No real trigger warning here. This is a German Shepherd young police dog, about a year.
I was actually contacted
to bite through different materials.
And she goes, you have an attorney that doesn't cost. Exactly. He hasn't paid anything.
Yes, I have an attorney I've been consulting with. I don't think I'm in any issue at all. I haven't heard from anybody. And it would only cost money if I was actually contacted. So that's where we're at. I was threatened, obviously, on that. Indirectly. I think we all know how that went down. I think people saw it on social media. I'm not worried about that. That's not what this is about. This is just me being honest where I'm at right now. And I've never talked to 𝗁𝗏 that way.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I hope I don't.
Thanks for clarifying.
Someone said you are not relevant. Exactly. I hope so.
I hope so. Vagina Mike, you're not relevant. Don't worry.
A lot of negative comments tonight. People are really mad. It's okay. I kind of expected it.
I'll share my screen again. This should be good. When we do get them off, run away behind that tree if you can. Like you fucked you up. I really like that dog. We have other videos like that. I'll go ahead and pull up another one where you should actually see, you name it. We had to bite a guy once. We had a really funny story.
So it was a potential school shooting like this.
All right, I'm going to wrap it up now. Here's a comment. He said, I have my opinions too, and some align with yours. There's nothing wrong with pausing and observing. It's okay, guys. Respect Mike and his choice. That's all I'm asking.
Just respect it.
And I guess it's okay if you don't, but I'd say just try to be nice about it.
Respect
I'm
gentlemen.
100% truthful. I told you everything that I could possibly say tonight. I've not been approached.
I've not been approached. Respect Vagina Mike. Respect
I think we all, on all sides, especially like on the other side too, because I feel like 𝗫𝗏𝗏 is going to be found innocent, and Turtleboy probably will be released. But what I'm saying, like I've been saying through the whole show, it's okay to have doubts. Other people have doubts.
Oh, I started eating chips here.
Exactly. Doesn't mean they're bad.
Okay, it doesn't mean you're bad people. Okay. I started eating chips. I didn't realize my mic was on. Okay. So Vagina Mike just needs to chill, you know? But yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, I don't know why. I'm fucked up in the head. Like really fucked up. Like it's bothersome, man. I don't know. I don't know why I'm letting this shit bother me so much. I don't know. So I apologize if I'm not in the right headspace right now. But I've been through so fucking much, man. I've been through so fucking much. It just sucks. It just sucks seeing, man, it just sucks. It just sucks like that happens, you know? Like, I don't know. Anyway, let me read some turtle chats here. But I don't care about Vagina Mike. He's not getting me down. That's not it at all. It just sucks, man. I'd be lying if I said she wasn't really sad about it. Like, that's the thing. It's like, you know, it's just like, if the goal is to hurt me, mission accomplished, like on a daily basis, you know, on a daily basis, being told that like, like I'm just like the whole thing was just a lie, like just a lie that like no respect for me the entire time. Just like the whole thing. Because again, that's what attracted me to her. Is just like she seemed to really support me, you know, and that the whole thing was just untrue. Like didn't believe in it at all. It was just lying to. It was just it's fucked me up, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm only human. But anyway, let's read some turtle chat, shall we? Hold on. What happened to it? All right, next. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Patricia sends $5 and goes, according to my mom, every time I donate to you, it is a mistake, but I disagree. And I won't be asking for any refunds. Atta girl. I appreciate that. Next, Linda sends $10, goes, Dr. Turtle, thank you for making me laugh on the anniversary of my brother's murder. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. It's always a difficult day, but you made it bearable with your wit and humor. Thank you for being your awesome self, Free Turtleboy. Free Turtleboy. I appreciate that. And I'm really sorry about your brother, and I'm glad that I could bring you some joy during that time. Next, Kimberly from Texas sends $10, goes, hey, Turtle Dove, just to keep it simple, FKR equals fuck Karen Reed. Keep doing what you're doing. There's nothing more exhausting than trying to explain common sense to the dumbasses with their heads in the sand. You can't fix stupid. Let's look ahead to 2026 with positive vibes. Let freedom ring. Amen. God bless you, Kimberly. Thank you so much. Ashley sends $25, goes, marry, fuck, kill. Monica, Beth, Rip. Which one's Monica? Monica from Yellowstone. Oh, fuck. Oh, I have to kill her. I have to kill Monica. Monica's the worst. Oh, she was the worst. The worst fucking character. I definitely going to kill her. Marry, fuck, kill. Oh, that's easy. I would marry Rip, even though I'm not gay, because he would provide me with safety and financial security. And he's just loyal as fuck. So I'd marry Rip. I'd fuck the shit out of Beth, and I would kill Monica. That's an easy one. So next, cool. All right, next. Brian sends $10, goes, hey, Doc, love the college football talk. Why go to LSU and have the expectation of winning a title when you can coach our alma mater and lose every game? Oh, is this a UMass fan? When your legal woes are over, this would be a great public corruption story for you. How can the AD win 16% of FBS games, pull in $800,000 annually, then hire a deputy AD for another $400,000 because you suck so bad at your job only in Massachusetts? We have the worst. My son's always just like, so where'd you, like, my son knows I went to UMass and we root for Notre Dame every week, you know? And he's like, wow, what about UMass? And I'm like, oh, they're the worst team in the country. Like this year? No, every year. They are the worst. They are fucking, their job is to just make money by getting destroyed by everyone all the fucking time. That's life as a UMass football fan. So, and no one goes to the games. So there you go, son. All right, next. V sends $10, goes, all Meredith has done is expose herself as a sentient biohazard she is. Her whole stance is the perfect example of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Good luck with you, you putrid cunt. Yeah, and so for you guys, it's easy to say that, and I feel that way sometimes too. Don't get me wrong. But it's like sometimes it's just, I should talk to my shrink about this, but fuck, you guys are like my shrink. It's like, she was like, all right, so when the recording gate first happened, and when Karen Reed went on the Howie Carr show, right? It was like I missed her, and I hadn't like, it was more. It wasn't like obviously as I missed her, like talking to her, because when you talk to somebody every day and they're just in your fucking corner and they have your back and they get you better than anyone else, and like they are like, they know your case so well and you just trust them, and you realize you're not a good boyfriend and you shouldn't be in a relationship with this person and whatever, but you fucking miss them sometimes. You know what I mean? And like when the Howie Carr thing happened and Karen went on there, it's like one of the things Meredith used to always be in my corner about was like, Karen Reed did you wrong. You know what I mean? It's like, she used to always tell me that, like, oh, you see this when she signed, like when she first came out with her story that they had signed with some company, you know what I mean? They put it out there, and like, she talked about in there there was some quote in there that was like wicked disrespectful, she thought, and she sent it to me, and she's just like, that's fucked up that she said that, you know? And I'm like, yeah, right. That is fucked up. And so when the Howie Carr thing happened, it's like I wanted to talk to her more than anyone, and I missed her, right? And that's what kind of led me to reaching out to her again and talking to her about it. And she agreed with me. She's like, yeah, I wouldn't have handled it in the way that you did by making that post. I think you're right, but I wouldn't have handled that way. And, you know, and blah, 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 blah. And it felt good to talk to her about that again. And, but now it's just like, you know, and I'll be honest with you. I'm bugged by even though I know this is like designed to hurt me, she probably doesn't mean this shit, or maybe she does. I don't fucking know. But it's just like, I'll just read it to you. I'll just fucking read it to you. Fuck it. It says, you know, she said, like, you know, Karen Reed made him. That's what she's saying now. You know, she did make him. She was right. She made him better in every way. She made him more tolerable than likable, more serious. She elevated him since day one. That's how he was able to make millions off her story. Karen Reed doesn't owe anyone anything, especially not someone who made a fortune off her while disrespecting her worse than Proctor from day one, who has proven himself to be nothing but a walking by liability. Right. So anyway, that I'm just a walking liability. You know what I mean? Okay. It just fucking hurts. And like when I called her to talk about the Karen Reed thing, and when the recording thing happened, right? And I called her, it was all, she was recording me. You know what I mean? And it's just like, look at man, I'm only fucking human. And as much part of me wants to be like, fuck her, this and that. It's like, that shit hurts. You know what I mean? That it's like, whatever. So anyway, I'll be fine. I'm good. You know, whatever. And Karen Reed did say that to me. Karen Reed literally told me on the phone that she made me who I am, that I'm nothing without her, that she fed me this story. You know what I mean? And Meredith knows all that fucking bullshit. She knows it. She was in my corner. You read the fucking letters from jail. And it's like, you read that shit and you're like, was this all a fucking lie? Was like, are you just trying to hurt me now? You know what I mean? That's what's got me fucked up. It's like, was it all a lie? Did you not mean the really nice shit that you said to me in jail that night? Like, was that all just a lie? I don't know. It's like, I don't know why that's bothering me. If her goal was to fuck with my head, mission accomplished. She has fucked in my head, posting that shit on. Maybe she just wants to hurt me. I don't know. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Anyway, back to this. Cheddar Biscuit sends $5. Goes, my baby is starting to imitate words, so now I'm going to have to start censoring my sailor's mouth and watching you on your headphones. Do you use any creative replacements for cunt, motherfucker, and son of a bitch that you can recommend? No, I have no replacements for any of those words because they're all great words. So there you go. Next, Bridget Baronello sends $5 and goes, happy first birthday, Julie. Grandma loves you. Free Turtleboy. Happy first birthday, Julie. Grandma loves you. There you go. Thank you very much. To make an account sends $10. Goes, your personal growth was off the Richter scale this evening. We watched you stay calm, ask pointed questions of a guest who was a bit combative. You asked clarifying questions without blowing a gasket and responded tactfully. The dead weight you've shed is showing. We are so proud of you, Turtle. And I hope Brandi feels the same way, that like I did treat her respectfully on here. And I'm not, I think a lot of the things she's saying are ridiculous. But I don't think we're that far apart. I think she still supports me. And I mean, that's the thing about this is all these people are like, bro, you're being framed for murder. All these people are like turning on me now, you know, and they agree. They're like, and it's like, I think we're getting close to the point where we hear from them, like he deserves to go to jail. Like, and that's going to sting more. Yeah. I don't fucking know why. Because going to jail is fucking sad, man. It's sad. And I don't want to go to jail anymore, you know, and having people that once respected you, that like the work you do, and then they tell you deserve to go to jail. That shit hurts, you know. Anyway, Lisa. Oh, this is nice. So Lisa is a woman who I've been, you know, who's been a big supporter of mine for a long time. And we've had conversations privately. And a few weeks ago, I made a comment on my program on Veterans Day about Persian Gulf War veterans. That it's not the same thing as World War I or something to that degree. I don't remember exactly what I said. And it was clipped and shared by trolls. And this woman, Lisa, comments on it. And she's a veteran. And she was pissed about the things that I said. And instead of handling her pissed offness with, like, you know, grace, I guess, and calmness, like I did with Brandi, right? I fucking lashed out at her and basically, go fuck yourself. You know, like, you know, that shit's out of context, blah, blah, blah. I didn't handle it tactfully. So anyway, it's been like a month. And so I decided, you know, I'm like, oh, this woman has been really nothing but nice to me this whole time. So I sent her a message and I was like, hey, just want to say I'm sorry about the way that I lashed out at you during that time. And you were always a good supporter. And I'm sorry about that. So that's what I said. And we had a really nice, pleasant conversation. And so here she is sending a turtle chat saying, it was good talking to you today. I may not always tell you what you want to hear, but I do tell you what you need to hear. There you go. Well, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Brittany sends $10, goes, hi, Turtleboy. Any updates on your case? Have you gotten any more info about the McAlberts or 𝗺cie? No, we've got no new info. Well, the only new info that we have coming in is from 𝗫𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃. That's it. Like, she's more info is coming like that. Like, she is and that's why it's like, I get why people feel the conundrum there. And again, I am not trying to downplay anything that she's done, right? Or anything like that. Right. But I'm not out here being like, yeah, team LG. I'm not doing any of that shit. Right. But I am saying that, like, it would be foolish of me not to accept her help. And when you're doing something that's right, whatever your fucking reasons are for it, that's a good thing. You know, but I'm not going to get up here and be like, yeah, she's fucking virtuous and like perfect. I'm not going to do any of that shit, you know, but when you're right and you're doing something right, and it's like, can we stop with this too? I'm not going back to her like that. Obviously not. Like, I don't go back, period. Right. First of all, I have a million fucking options right now. I'm not going back to anything, you know, but why wouldn't I? If she's offering help, why wouldn't I do it? You know? Exactly. So there we go. Yeah, we used to call that Ratchet Redemption back in the day, actually. Remember we called it Ratchet Redemption? We had a whole thing on it. Ratchet Redemption. All right. Next up. Gray Space sends $10 and goes, the crazy amount of contradictions and logical fallacies that Brandi is throwing around right now. She needs to catch up on what is actually happening and sit in the corner and think about why she's acting like this. I don't think she's going to do that. But thank you. Emily sends $5. Goes, Brandi talking about the Wilbur tickets. Quote, one person paid me back for the tickets because she's like me. She doesn't like taking handouts. Didn't she just argue for 30 minutes that Karen Reed is owed a decade worth of handouts? Does she not see how much she contradicts herself? Exactly. That's what I'm like. So how long are we supposed to do this for? How long is Karen Reed supposed to like not like get a job or like make money on her own? And she's like, I'm like, what about the money that's been offered to her? Because she was offered a huge fucking deal that she turned down. And she's like, yeah, she should, because she shouldn't work with you. It's like, then don't complain about being fucking broke. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? I'm too dirty to work with. What? Are we pretending like I didn't do a fucking lot for this case? Like most people, like the crowds outside just came fucking organically, you know? But anyway. So thank you, Emily. Jamie sends $10, goes, hey, thanks for what you do. Sorry you're dealing with the MO shit. I'm not sure if you saw my message the other day, but I am the reason you had trouble finding Meredith's ex account because they shut her down because I reported one of her posts about you as bullying. Oh, that was you? Jess Machado was blamed for that. So yeah, she did have, I don't know what, I didn't report any posts, but you did. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So thank you very much. And like, it was like hurtful today too. She shared like a picture of my son for some reason. Like, and it was like, seemed uncalled for that sharing. I don't know why she'd share a picture of my son. But that seemed I think it was still up. It was like, yeah, it's like this. Like, why would you? I came across this one. I'm like, you know, why would you share that? You know what I mean? Like, he didn't do anything. Why are you sharing his picture? That seems unnecessary to bring my 8-year-old son, who's done nothing wrong, into this. I don't seem little. I don't know. It's just like every day more lines are crossed, and it's like, what the fuck, you know? Like, that seemed completely out of line, and I wouldn't share pictures of her daughter. But anyway, if it's like, you know, it's like to hurt you, then mission accomplished. Then mission accomplished, I guess. I don't know. But I'm not like baiting it. I'm not gonna talk. I've said everything. My valid truth journey's over. You know, I've said everything I need to say. I've put it all out there. Did some of the comments get, you know, people like, well, you shouldn't have talked about the sex life not being good? That was coming from a place of hurt. You know what I mean? That was me being like, I'm hurt, so I want to fucking hurt you. So I said something that I knew would fucking hurt her. Because hurt people. And I was fucking hurt. And I fucking wanted to hurt her. That's it. Emotionally. That's it. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, I'm just glad that I hope Karen Reed had a nice business trip to Italy with her legal defense. I guess they were doing, was that like one of those Kevin, Albert, and were they working on a cold case over there? Was there a source over there? Was Lucky Lochran over? Did they have somebody with Scanlon over there? I don't know. We'll never know, but Brandi's going to blindly believe that she was there for, you know, fun purposes. Okay. All right. Next. Jamie sends, no, I read the one. Grace sends $5 and goes, Karen doesn't have a job because she's too busy trying to be a full-time lawyer. She doesn't have a job because she's a control freak. And at the first civil hearing, that was obvious. You could see on her face that it was killing her not sitting at the defense table directing everything. That's true. That is very true. Why doesn't she just go to law school in the meantime? And it's like, I understand that she's been doing this for so long that she doesn't know how to wake up and like not be consumed with her own case. But like, you know, how the fuck, I just don't get it. How is it not like her instinct to want to help me and 𝗀𝐿𝐶ie Fitzsimmons and people like that who are wrongly prosecuted, especially my case, because it's the same cops and the same DA's office. You know what I mean? And now that she's off the hook and she doesn't have to worry about anything else, and there are no, you know, more charges or anything like that. And yeah. So, yes, that would definitely cheer me up. I appreciate that, Kiki. Thank you so much for thinking about me. I appreciate that. Next, Mr. No Side sends $5 and goes, so when a girl gets sexually assaulted on the street, it's their fault for wearing clothes that were too revealing or for walking alone at night. I think I know what you're getting at here. They put themselves in that situation and made those choices, so it's their fault. Brandi's feelings are just hurt. She just wants recognition for trying to help. And when one of the main players said something bad about her, she crashed out. Throw her a bone and tell her it's all good and thanks for the support. What? Also, Karen, everyone wants to help, but it's a tough pill to swallow when you're asking us to give you the money we work our asses off for while you're at home on the couch. And I said this before. I'm like, it would mean so much more if it came from Karen Reed. And somebody responded today, well, how is she supposed to do that? I'm like, I don't know. Like, there's this crazy thing called a fucking phone, right? Karen Reed could take her fucking phone out, do a video, and say, hey guys, just want to give a shout out to my supporters. I love you guys so much. You guys have done so much for me. And I haven't really had a chance to decompress much since the trial. It's been an emotional roller coaster, but you guys got me through this shit. You guys got every day. it was so hard to wake up and face these charges and know that I had a corrupt DA's office, and I couldn't have done it without you guys, you know, boots on the ground. And I want to give a special shout out to all the people that were out there every day, to Erica Walsh, to Dina, you know, to the Sweeneys, to, you know, you don't even have to say fuck, don't even mention Turtleboy, you know, to everybody, to all you people out there. And then you send it to your pet Nick Rocco, right? And you have him post it. And bro, that would have been like, people would love that shit. People would love that shit. And it's like, that would be the awesomest thing in the world. You know, that would be the awesomest thing in the world for you guys. And I bet you they would make a lot more money. That's all I'm saying, is they like whatever they're doing right now. It's like telling Nick Rocco, hey, just go fucking post this on Facebook again. Good dog. Go do that first now. That's not working. And I don't know if Meredith is part of this whole, the new thing, or she, because I'm not convinced. She's posting like she's Karen's best friend now and saying she talks to him all the time now. And she, and Estey's out. Estey's like she's been replaced by Mesty. And so if that's the strategy, is like have Aidan's ex-girlfriend be the new Estey spokesperson, like that's not a good strategy either. You know, I'm just saying, I'm team Karen Reed here. I want her to succeed, but she's her own worst enemy is what I'm saying, you know? So anyway, back to this. I read the one. The other Mary B sends $5 and goes a little long, but Karen's justice for John 01. Shit on the guy spreading the word for John's justice and her innocence. Trash the guy demanding answers about John O'Keefe's real killers. Attack the guy who risked everything for justice for John, got framed, and unlike you, went to jail. Take a huge shit on the whole movement for justice for John and her until it's completely destroyed. Employ hood boogers to trash Turtleboy, Nurse Kim, Jimmy the Glare, and by proxy, their fans. Partner herself with a wiretapping, mentally ill, domestic abuser, stalker, crazy woman who posts herself committing crimes daily, a gaggle of broke, repulsive hood snitches on drugs, and a mentally ill, homeless-looking dog walker who can't stop crying, and a hairdresser. Good job, Care. Way to fight for justice for John. That is the best turtle chat I've ever gotten. That is fucking hilarious. I love that one. Thank you. Next. Jolie sends $5, goes, take it from a woman. Brandi wants you, daddy. Now, Brandi's a happily married woman. Her husband's a great guy. I've met him many times before. He's a really swell dude. And, you know, they were there. She's legit, man. She was there every day for the second trial. And had her fucking, the car out front and the TV. Like, I'm not going to take away from Brandi. Like, Brandi is, I think she's a little lost and confused about what my fucking point is there. And I think she needs to do a little more listening and a little less talking. If she'd have listened a little more, she would understand what I'm saying. But I will never, she's 100% dedicated to the cause of freeing Karen Reed. But I think what she fails to realize is Karen's free. And she seems to be a little confused about what's going to happen in the civil trial. Like, you heard her. She thinks that like at the end, this ends with like the McAlberts all get put on the stand and boom, they're in handcuffs. That's not, no one's getting put in handcuffs like because of a civil trial. That's not, and it's a little misleading. I think all we're doing here is trying to save Karen Reed from her insurance company from like having to make a payout. Like that's what's going to happen. And it's going to be great entertainment for us if, you know, as this goes on for years to come, you know, but you know, and I see this one. It's like she was targeting you like LG. No, it was worse than that, man. It was worse than that. Like LG was simple. Like she's fucking nuts. And like it is what it is. Like the Jane shit and all that. Yeah, that was pretty duplicitous, right? For sure. But like that one is just, I've never trusted anyone as much as her. Ever. And that's what sucks. Next. Look the Other Way sends $5 and goes, Karen's defense fund hasn't raised a penny in the last 12 hours. Seems like just having Nick Rocco, the Young Jerks, JFK show, or the Nightmare simply sharing the link isn't going to cut it. If only there were creators out there who would hold 12-hour live stream fundraisers to raise $20,000 in just one night. I wish there were people that Karen could go to. I do wonder that. Like, but Karen's too stubborn to like think like that she could possibly be wrong. Like, hasn't even considered it. No, not at all. Next. Linda sends $10, goes, "Hey daddy, tell Brandi she's sounding like Valerie because her brain is starved of oxygen because she's got her head so far up queen, can't do no wrong Karen Reed. These women are pathetic fangirls. Even if you did say don't donate to Karen, who cares? People aren't donating because she's shown her true colors. But Turtleboy bad. When you get Turtleboy derangement syndrome, everything is your fault." Yeah, I don't know if I said the words don't donate to Karen. I mean, it's a free country. Donate to whoever the fuck you want. I'm saying I'm more worthy right now. I'm more in need of it. My cause is more worthy than Karen Reed's right now, for sure. Absolutely. Because my cause involves justice. Like I'm trying, they want to put me in jail for the rest of my life because I stood up for a woman who was being wrongly accused of murder. And I went after the people who killed John O'Keefe and who framed an innocent woman. That's what I went to jail for. You know, and that's what I'm on trial for. So thank you. Samantha sends $10 and says, "The same people that believe John was hit by a car are the same people who believe COVID shots and boosters worked." I don't think so. I feel like this is an apolitical thing. I feel like there's plenty of libs on both sides and plenty of conservatives on both sides. So I don't agree with that. They also believe that Joe Biden wasn't ill during his term. Can't argue with demis. I don't know why this got to be a political thing. Keep being you, Aidan, and exposing shitty ass people. The world could learn from people like you. God bless. Love you, my internet friend. Well, thank you, Samantha. And for example, like Mike Gaffney is like the biggest MAGA guy, and Kim Fair is a fucking nut job lunatic, raging lib. And they both have joined up with the forces of evil because of a mutual hatred from me, because I wrote about both of them. Okay? So like, I just don't think, and even on my side, there are plenty of libs. I don't ask my followers like what their politics are because I don't want to know. And I bet you if I started telling you guys like how I really felt about like my political opinions and shit, I would lose a lot of followers. And that's why I don't do that. Well, first of all, I just don't care that much at all. Like this story I used to talk about politics a lot. And this story has made me care about politics a lot less because I realized that there's bigger issues out there, than political issues. Like I don't really care. Like for instance, like the one thing I care about a lot still is like boys on girls sports teams. That's one that still gets to me. And like I saw the attack on Riley Gaines last week because she is a female swimmer who had to compete against a male. Like that one still gets to me. That one still is like, that's one political issue that still fucking pisses me off. Right. But like the other shit, I'm like, I just don't really care that much. Like the Israel thing, with Hamas, and then I don't know what are other issues that people care about. I don't even know. Healthcare, is that still an issue? Or like what do people really fight about? The government shutdown, right? That whole thing, funding, this and that. I just don't care that much. It's not that important to me compared to what's going on in Massachusetts, right, with corruption, right? And what's going on in Massachusetts with my case and 𝗫𝗄𝗄𝗃 Fitzsimmons' case. These are apolitical issues. 𝗫𝗄𝗄𝗃 Fitzsimmons should not be in jail right now, but she is. And that's got nothing to do with fucking politics, nothing. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Next. V sends $5 and goes, I was ready to drop my phone here. Sup, Turtle. It's becoming so funny watching these people line up to try and be the one that finally takes you down. It's like back when Floyd Mayweather was fighting and we all wanted to see him lose every time. Shane Mosley rocked him. He had his legs wobbling around too, but Floyd said, "You'll have to kill me," got the pull counter and won every round after that. You really know his fights. Cosgrove is your Pacquiao. He's because he's old. He's going to suffer the same fate as all those other bitches did. Aidan Kearney, 49-0. The best ever. Well, thank you so much, V. I appreciate that. Floyd Mayweather was a heck of a fighter, but he dodged a lot of big fights too during his time. I would have liked to see him get more good fights. Hold on. I'll be right back. Be right back. All right. Yeah, like Floyd Mayweather was like, he was so good, but he was not an exciting fighter. He never like went at people hard. Like he was a great athlete. He could probably run a 5K in like 15 minutes because he was in such good shape, and he was just so good at avoiding being hit, and that's kind of a boring champion, But anyway, thank you. Next. Samantha sends $10, goes, I love how you never think before you speak. That's how I know you're real. Isn't that interesting? You never think before you speak. That's how I know you're real. Interesting. You'll deal with the consequences later, as you currently are, but at least you spoke the truth first. Get that shit out there for people to investigate themselves. Mindless people don't do that. Cue the haters. They only believe what they hear. Fucktards. Exactly. I just call it as I see it as it comes along. Thank you. Christina sends $10, goes, hi, full shaft daddy. I am the full shaft. Turtleboy, you will be freed just like the shaft was freed from Crazy Eyes Mare. Keep your head up. Pun intended. I mean, that was definitely a good part about this. It's like, it is a great feeling. I'll tell you that much, just to be like completely single and like on top of the world at the same time and just killing it. Like fucking best, man. Fucking awesome. Like nothing's holding me back. And like, there's no like, like I'm not lying or cheating or doing any of that shit. You know what I mean? It's just fucking awesome, man. The inbox is full and it's like fucking fun. Let's go. Anyway, next. Where is this? Samantha sends $10. Another Samantha. We've had 3 Samanthas here. Hurt people. Exactly. Meredith is living proof. Misery loves company. She lost you and can't handle it. So she's trying everything to bring you down. However, everything she posts just makes me like you more. Real and authentic. Even being illegally recorded. If you were a monster, we'd all see that by now. That would have been her first revenge video. She's irrelevant and can't stand it. Exactly. I mean, think about that, man. I don't know how long she was illegally recording me for without telling me. And by the way, like that whole Watch Hill, Rhode Island thing doesn't mean shit. Like, we also found, I remember that the phone call that was posted that you guys see posted on there, that phone conversation, that's from October 14th. I remember that conversation because that was the day that I talked to Joe Flipperhead and we kind of put it all together. I hated Flipperhead. I'm still no Flipperhead. I will never say nice things about Joe Flipperhead ever. Okay. And I think the feeling is mutual, right? He is an agent of chaos. He's good at being an agent of chaos, but that's what he is. And, Joe Flipperhead is like I never found him to be dishonest. And Flipperhead is a good name for him. He'll flip, he will flip. He has like rankings of people he hates the most. And like Meredith is at the top of his list. So like he will help anybody under that. Like I'm up there. I'm like top 5 for people he hates the most, but like she's above it. So like he wanted to help. So I don't trust Joe Flipperhead. I understand that anything I say to him is likely to get screenshotted and posted at a future date. I have nothing positive to say about him. He makes good videos. I'll give him, let's be honest. We all followed him because he makes good videos. So I'll give him that. Right. But I forget where I was going with this. What was the turtle chat again? I was going somewhere with this. Yeah, the recording. So that was the day that I talked to him, and I figured out that, like, oh shit, the screen record that was given to me by her has omitted messages on here about like talking to Karen Reed and other. We figured out what they were, and we kind of put the clues together, and like, oh shit, she's been lying to both of us, you know? And so that was October 14th. I recognized the topic of conversation. We talked. So I'm like, it was October 14th. So the thing about Verizon is you can just look at your phone bill and you see, I talked to her 3 times that day at the exact times. I remember the conversations. I remember being on the porch at my ex-wife's house before she came home. It was like 4:30. It aligns with the data. And it says, I was in Jefferson, Mass. That's the village in Holden, the part of Holden that we lived in. And she was in Boston, it says. Not Watch Hill, Rhode Island. It says it right on the fucking Verizon shit. And, you know, it's like, come on. You know, I'll show you. Check this out. Do I have this? Oh, that's not it. Nope, not it. See, watch this. So what you saw in that recording was like a was this. It was this, right? This is what it looked like, except this, see where it says Malden Street? It said Watch Hill, Rhode Island on it. One said what? There's 4 recordings. One said Watch Hill, RI. The other one said Watch Hill, Rhode Island. So that's, and you can change this. And the thing about it is this shows you that's my street. Now it's a big street, so you're not going to find the exact address, but like that's the street that I live on. So it knows the fucking street. Your iPhone does that you're on. It doesn't fuck around on the recordings. Now watch this. Watch what happens here. All right. So I make a recording. All right. So I make a recording. Now watch this. Watch this. Go to edit. Get rid of Malden Street. Oh, nope. Oh. Oh, how do we get out of there? I'll hit and hit. Oh, done. Boom. Watch Hill, Rhode Island. There you go. Oh, Nurse Kim's here. We love Nurse Kim. Time to release, reset, and re-fucking focus. Love your face. We still got Turtle Boys free. Thank you so much, Tim. We love you too. Thank you for being here and supporting me always. I love you. But yeah, that's how it's just that simple to work. And so I'm like, I look on, so that I don't know what, you know, and people will say, well, it's hypocritical. You did a recording too. I've never posted any recordings. Have you guys ever seen me post in a legally recorded audio? No, you haven't. Have you guys, supposedly they say I recorded Karen Reed for 30 minutes, they say, right? Why have we not heard it? Supposedly Karen Reed sounds awful on this audio, right? So if I suppose I did record her and she was sounding horrible on this recording and I could humiliate her with this recording, why haven't I done it? I've never done that. And also I wasn't like, when she talked to me and recorded me, she was still pretending to like be in my corner. And like, so it's like entrapment. It's like, oh, well, I'll help you out. This, you know, it's like, and then you're recording me. Like when times were good, I was being recorded. I'm like, what? Anyway, back to this. All right, next. So she asked, so she says, yeah. And that's the other thing. If I'm being illegally recorded all the time and they know it, how come there's no videos or tapes of me being a fucking abuser, right? Being like, because I don't know I'm being recorded. Like, that's when you act your worst, right? When no one's looking. That's when you can do some nasty shit, right? No one's around. You wouldn't fucking pick your nose in public, right? But you might inside your home because no one's looking. No one's looking, are they? You might not stick your hands down your pants in public because that's improper, but God damn it, you're going to do it when you're home alone, aren't you? You're going to do some nasty shit when you're home alone. So, like, if I don't think anyone is recording me, that would be the perfect time for my inner nastiness. It's just me and her, right? I'm the scary, abusive guy. And then the recordings that are released, even one of them, she asks me, like, did you, you're going to have people call my work? Nope. Didn't say that. I'm like, we should just avoid this, you know? We should just avoid this. And then it never happens. There. So thanks. All right, next. Christina sends $10, goes, hi, full chef daddy. Did I read this one already? You will be free. I already read that one. Oh, thank you. See, sometimes I get lost. See? There we go. Sam sends $5 and says, you don't have to read this out loud, but did you see some moron has left an anonymous $50 donation to the Karen Reed Fund with a supportive message in the name of your ex-wife and kids? Did they really? I thought they did that on the McAlberts one. Is that true? I don't know. Either way, if that's what they have to do, I did not donate $50. So there's that. Next, I am Joe sends $10, goes, thank you for bringing Brandi on. It reaffirmed why I should only donate to you and not Karen Reed. Exactly. That's what it's just kind of just like, see, that's the kind of person that gets fooled into think. I mean, that's a grift. I mean, I felt bad for Brandi there. She really thinks, she has been led to believe without even being told this, that if we just keep fucking throwing money at this machine, that the McAlberts are all going to jail. She believes that. And that's not how it's going to work. If and when the McAlberts ever go to jail, which I think the odds of that are slim, it's going to be because the FBI is putting cases together and doing wiretaps and God knows shit. It's not because it's not dependent on a civil proceeding. And by the way, here's my question. And this is a good question that we should think about. If Karen Reed is trying to get justice for John O'Keefe, and we're going to get justice for John O'Keefe by deposing all these people and bringing this to trial, right? That's how we're going to get justice for John O'Keefe, by playing this whole thing out, bringing them all in, questioning them, this and that. If that is the way that we're going to get justice for John O'Keefe, then why is Karen Reed filing a motion to dismiss? Can you answer that one for me, Brandi? Shouldn't she be against the motion to dismiss? Shouldn't she be like, no, fuck a motion to dismiss. We're playing this whole fucking thing out. We are like, fuck dismissal. Balls to the wall. We're doing this whole fucking thing because we're doing this for justice for John O'Keefe. So I better not see any motions to dismiss from the Karen Reed side. Because if I do, that means we're not fighting for justice for John O'Keefe, according to Brandi. Because the only way to get justice for John O'Keefe is to play this fucking thing out. So I better not see any motions to dismiss, right? We all agree on that. We all agree on that, period. So we agree on that, right, Brandi? If we see a motion to dismiss, Brandi, you have been scammed, right? You've been scammed. All right, next. Because I'll tell you one thing. If I get sued, no motion to dismiss. No. We're going balls to the wall. Balls to the wall. We're doing this. Jill sends $10 and goes, I don't think Karen Reed is selling her story because there's a real chance the O'Keefes could win. I don't think so. And she doesn't want to hand it to them on a platter. She's probably waiting until there's a resolution in that case so she can make sure they never profit from it. Not sure if I follow your logic there. Mike Crawford is that coworker everyone has and hates. He's the, wow, you walked on the moon? That's great because I walked my dog there type. He's the one upper everyone tries to avoid because listening to him for more than 30 seconds makes us desperate for noise canceling headphones. That's a good one. I like that. Thank you, Joe. Let me read some cash apps here and then we'll get back to those. And this is somebody just sent me the 𝗵𝗏𝗍 bump. He was easily making $3K every time he went on there. Wow. Young Jerk subbed added November of 22. Wow. So like, yeah, I'm looking at his subs. Like Mike, this is an interesting data point. Okay. So this is subs added on the Young Jerks starting in November of 2022. That month, 0. December 22, 6. January of 23, 7. February of 23, 7. March of 23, 27. April of 23. That was my big month. 19. He wasn't on it yet. May of 23, 6. Who wasn't on it yet. June of 23, 87. Good month. July of 23, 101. Interesting. August of 23, 710. That's the month he has me on. September of 23, 1,310. Then 990, 820, 1,180 in December of 23. And then January of 24, that's where he does his whole, maybe Karen Reed did do it. Minus 180. Doesn't sell. Then I get out of jail and he's suddenly back in on Karen Reed's Innocent. 730. March of 24, 590. April of 24, his first episode, April 24th. His first episode with 𝗵𝗏𝗍 is on April 23rd. On April 24th, that month, up to that date, so from March 25th to April 24th, he adds 1,450. And then 𝗵𝗏𝗍 starts coming on every day. He jumps in May of 24. He adds 9,860 subs. 9,860. In June of 24, he adds on 13,700 subs. July of 24, 4,800. And then the trial ends. August of 24, 1,100. September of 24, 1,100. 300, 200, 0. 0 in December of 24. And then 400 last month. So, dude, that is just like, you got fucking completely dependent on Mark 𝗵𝗏𝗍. 1,000%. And Turtleboy to a degree, but mostly 𝗵𝗏𝗍. So there's interesting data point. All right, next. Let me read some cash apps here. And we didn't even get to the fucking Brian Walsh shit today, but that's okay because I didn't watch that much of it. So I really would be the wrong person. Go listen to Lawyer You Know or Melanie Little or somebody that knows what the fuck they're talking about with that. I got to catch up on that. Honestly, I'm too busy with my own shit. I have a trial this week, Thursday. Yeah, you guys are going to see me before my trial in Atlantic City with the new fake victim, also named Lindsay Stachini. And she is the biggest fake victim you've ever seen. And we're going to she's going to be we're going to have a trial with her Thursday. It's going to be great. I can't wait to see Linda, Kenny Bodden, and Darren Gilbert. Great attorneys, best attorneys in New Jersey doing their thing. Thank you. Lisa sends $20 and goes, "Can you talk about your cases? Keep your head up." Oh, I talk about my cases all the time, Lisa. Absolutely. EMC sends $10 and goes, "Karen Reed's first secret fundraiser was telling." Her first secret fundraiser. Interesting. Andrea sends $10 and goes, "I love that people pay to talk shit to you." I do love that when they do that too. Thank you. Chrissy sends $5 and goes, 𝗵𝗏𝗍𝗂𝗍. Okay. Thank you, Chrissy. Liznay sends $5 and goes, "D, only one who donated McAlberts 79K was 𝗺cie." Okay. Nicole sends $5 and goes, "For the chocolate pond is fun. Try it once." It looks like she's in there too. She's a pretty one too. I've never hooked up with a black chick, but the night is young. Thank you. Jamie sends $6 and goes, "Trader Lane Kiffin left us." Oh, I read the one. Okay, cool. A lot of Lane Kiffin, and rightfully so. And he couldn't even, They made the fucking playoff and he's not even coaching them. He's holding all the cards. He could have been like, LSU wants him bad. He could have been like, okay, cool. Let me finish this shit up first. You know, let me do my thing here. Like, I fucking took this program this far. We're at the fucking climax. I'm going to coach them. You don't want me? See you later. But guess what, Lane? They want you because you're the big fucking name, you know, even though you failed in the Raiders, you failed in Tennessee, you failed in USC, you finally succeeded at Ole Miss, and now you're fucking some big thing. I can't wait till he fails. I hope LSU becomes a school where like fucking greedy assholes like Brian Kelly and Lane Kiffin go to have their fucking careers ruined. That can be what LSU is. All right. Next. Man. All right. I am Joe sends $10 and go. No, already read the one. See? Callie sends $5 and goes, you can tell that Mike was balled up in his vajamas. Vajamas. That's what Mike Crawford wears to bed. Vajamas. Crying night after that live. Crying right after that live. Thank God Karen had you out there doing real work. I hope things get so much better for you going forward. And I still think you and stupid April need an in-person date. She would just make me so much happier. You know what I mean? That would be the ultimate like revenge. It's like fucking stupid April comes out here. We go on a date finally. We have a good time, you know? LOL. Otherwise, let the glare or Nurse Kim pick and screen your next girlfriend. There won't be a next one. I promise. Love you. Stay strong. Better days ahead. Like, man, maybe you never say never, but you know, I'm about to George Clooney this shit for the rest of my life. You know, have a good time. Just know I'm not good with monogamy. I'm just not good at it. Like I will be a huge letdown. I don't know what to get you for your birthday. I'm never going to know what to get. I'm always going to underwhelm. And you know, why pretend that I'm going to do anything but that? I'm good at a lot of things. I'm not good at being a boyfriend. So there you go. Thank you. Put me in stupid April's suitcase. She's number one on my list, but that doesn't mean there can't be more. All right, next. Where to go? Next is Erica and says, hi, Zaddy. Fridge Daddy. Can you please just say my name, please? Erica. What are you doing to me? Does that just do it for you if I just say your name? How did I become like how did that happen? I don't know. If I become a sex symbol in a way, I don't know. I didn't mean for that to happen. I was just trying to write about a murder cover up. And you know, was it going to jail? Is that what did I get street cred from that? I don't know. All right, next. That's a good question. I mean, how many boyfriends are good at being boyfriends? I know he's married now, George Clooney, but for the most of his, like Clooney, that's what's her name? Meredith says it. No, in the fucking Office. How many boyfriends are good at being boyfriends? That's a good question. How do you? I don't know. Like, I have two brothers that are like really good husbands that are like very romantic. Like they're like over the top. Like but like a lot of women, if their wives love it, they love it. You know, my brother just got married. He's like the ultimate. You should have seen his wedding. He was like fucking looking his bride in the eye the whole time, like deep, soulful looks, you know, the whole fucking wedding. Mine, I wasn't like that at my wedding at all, you know, and like some guys like that are just like so, and they come up with like crazy good shit. I'm just maybe there are some. That's just not me. I'm not good at that shit. Others are, you know. Anyway, next. Never Go Full Nan sends $10 and goes, when life gives you haters, drink haterades. Okay, we'll do that. Never Go Full Nan. Is Nan back? I know Nan disappeared from everything. after, I don't know what led to that, the war with Jimmy. But, you know, we'll see if Nan comes. I don't know. I feel like she got to come back. She can't just disappear. I mean, and again, I have nothing against Nan. She's never done anything to me. But she's got to be able to take a joke, you know? And at the end of the day, Jimmy is a comedian and he makes fun of people, right? And that's fair too. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm surprised Meredith hasn't shared this yet. I went through old messages today and I wasn't a big Jimmy fan at first. Like I found a text message from January with her where we had just gone out. I had never hung out with him before. I was new to Jimmy and he talks a lot. And I remember just going out and like, that guy talks a lot. And I said in a text, oh no, that wasn't what bothered me. It was the drama. He was like, that was like during Drama Central with Jason Broyles and 𝗃𝗏𝗺𝗃, whatever that someone called 𝗃𝗏𝗃, and other people were all in all this drama back and forth, and Christie and blah, 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 blah. And something called Uncle Frank and whatever. And I looked back on my messages with Meredith and I screenshot a thing from Jimmy. And I'm like, I got to block this motherfucker. He's just too much into the drama and I'm not interested in that. But he's grown on me tremendously. Like, because he's funny as fuck and he's cool. You know what I mean? Like when I got the wrong impression of him at first, I think, because I thought he was just like, you know, a drama guy. That was the impression I got for, and yeah. In the 𝗺cie War, remember the great 𝗺cie War of January 25? Yeah. But he's actually a really good friend and just like a cool person. And so I'm surprised she hasn't shared that. Like I look back on that and I'm like, so if that comes out, that is the history of that. It's from January of 25. Then people grow on you, you know, it is what it is. And he's grown on me tremendously. All right, next. Molly sends $10, goes, between the LG mishap and Mero, when it comes to people with psych or personality disorders, it wasn't a matter of if these incidents would happen, but when they would. Neither were your fault. Let's keep fighting for John. Exactly. Focus. Kate sends $25 and goes, 𝗫𝗄𝗄 needs a Turtleboy. She doesn't need a Mike Crawford. He's a wimp. Nobody can get a crowd together like you can. Her hearings are sad. 6 purple shirts. Speaking of, she needs some merch. Replace some of the FKR junk with 𝗫𝗄𝗄 stuff. I'm officially nominating you for Merch Daddy. I don't want to, yeah, it's tragic what's happened to 𝗫𝗄𝗄 𝗵𝗡𝗎𝗄𝗡. Tragic. And I hope things get better for her. I hope Bradle can get out of there for Christmas. That would be great. Great. Next. Rosaline sends $10 and goes, Dr. Turtleboy, did you happen to see the 7-hour live stream from Lena at Truth and Transparency regarding your motion and 𝗁𝗁𝗄𝗄's response? I know she is pro First Amendment and supporter, but this is the first time I've heard anyone go against 𝗃𝗏𝗄. Link below. So somebody did send me that, and I don't have Lena's contact information. She's like supported me before and shit like that. And she is completely misinformed about my case, about the facts of my case, and what is going on with Karen Read. Like in my personal feelings about Karen Read and recordings and all that. I would be happy because I heard so much misinformation when I listened to her for like half an hour to go on her YouTube presentation and lay out the facts of this, because she is very misinformed about a lot of things. And she's wrong about the 𝗃𝗏𝗄 thing. She doesn't know what we know. So she's missing a lot of facts. So Lena, you can email me at turtleboysports@gmail.com. And I would come on your program and explain to you the facts of this, if you'd like, or not, but whatever you want. All right, next. Rosaline sends another $10 and goes, Dr. Turtleboy. Oh, no, I just read that one. Sarah sends $10 and goes, Aidan, you're intelligent. That's happened like 4 times tonight, and that guy thinks it's a scam. Your intelligence, tenacity, big heart, and fucking attitude have always reminded me of my all-time favorite writer, Hunter S. Thompson. That's what Bob Motta says, who also went by doctor. Back in March, I decided that I was tired of the antis giving you shit about not being a real doctor, so I followed in Hunter's footsteps and paid to have you ordained as a doctor of divinity at the same organization he got his title. I'm a real doctor now. I reached out to your then girlfriend who told me to send everything to her address, which I did. She said she gave it to you. I don't remember that. So Dr. Turtleboy, in case Meredith screened my messages and never told you, you've been a real doctor since March. Keep your chin up and read Hunter's letters. He was such a talent who is often misunderstood, kind of like you. Well, thank you so much, Sarah B. I appreciate that. I don't get that, but thank you. Paulie O'Keefe sends $10, goes, when I first heard about the Canton corruption, I didn't care to look into what I thought was a crazy conspiracy. I told my husband a guy calls himself Turtleboy and thinks a bunch of cops got together and framed someone, but then I actually watched you, a full episode. I became full free Karen Reed and now an even bigger fan of you. I haven't missed a YouTube presentation. You've grown more and more likable, incredible, and authentic. I've also noticed the smoother temperament and personal growth, so cheers to that. Sorry, but you made Karen Reed what it became. She definitely didn't make you. I'm never from Mass. She never would have had my support if it weren't for you. Exactly. I know the truth of that. I know Karen Reed didn't make me. I knew I had like 25. I was on Timcast, which is like a huge fucking YouTube show. I was invited down there, like flown down there and everything, wined and dined and all that shit. Like before this, I've broken hundreds of major stories over the years. I know my worth. I know I'm not stupid. And yeah, the Karen Reed story, Ernie Q used to always say, like, you're just one story away from this shit just fucking blowing up because you got the talent and you got, you know, people just need to find you and you need a big story for that. And that story was the Karen Reed story. And it's not her story. I'm sorry. It was never Karen Reed's story. Karen Reed's a character in the story. She's a victim in the story. But she is not the story itself. The story itself is corruption. And that, like Brandi said, you know, the story is corruption and getting and exposing the people who murdered John O'Keefe and covered it up and blamed her in the process. That's the story. Next. Callie sends $5 and goes, I meant to add, do you think Karen doesn't go out to do shows or make any money off her case and her name because then she can't show her loss for her civil case? I don't understand the question. Or would that even matter? Secondly, I just want to admit how much I love all your curse words, especially cunt and goddamn. That's a JFK one. I stole that. But my absolute favorite is how you say presentation. Well, I stole that one from 𝗁𝗂𝗄𝗃, the real 𝗁𝗂𝗄𝗃. So thank you. Warren Buffett sends $10, goes, since Karen knows how to invest money, why doesn't she treat her civil defense fund like a startup? If she loses, nobody gets anything. If she wins, aka a settlement, those who donated get a return on their investment. That is such a good fucking idea. That's a great idea. That way it's not viewed as like a, you know, as a, you know, whatchamacallit, as a, like a charity. It's more of like an investment. You know, I like that. I like that one. Next, Joanna sends $10, goes, nice show tonight, Turtleboy. You kept it nice and light, which I think was good for you right now. Keep your head up. You're going to be just fine. One day at a time. We love and support you and always will. Joanna Marie. And it's like, yeah, exactly. Like I'm done. You know, I don't care if there's more shit that I missed. I just don't care. You know, I don't care if she continues to post crazy shit, you know, about me. That's fine. I don't need to respond to everything she says. Like, let her fucking do it. You know, will I continue to see it? Read it. I'm not going to lie and be like, I'm not looking at it all. I'll see it. And will it get to me sometimes? Sure. Absolutely. Because but I just have to remind myself that like, she's trying to hurt me. You know what I mean? She wants to. And it's just a constant reminder of, I'm like, I didn't even know you. You know what I mean? Like, I thought I knew you. I thought I did. I thought I knew the idea of you. And I really liked that person. I really did. And like, when you miss it sometimes and you're just like, but you have to remind yourself, like, it wasn't fucking real. It wasn't real. It was all, if it was real, then what she's saying now isn't real. It's just like, and that's not real. And why would I want to be around somebody like that? You know, just got to remind yourself of that. Next, Jill sends $10 and goes, I sent a chat earlier about Karen Reed trying to fuck over the O'Keeffes. I know the insurance will pay this claim, but I think more lawsuits, civil suits may come against her, Like from who? Also, do you think that John's phone was in the house and the Ring camera set the video Karen Reed hitting John O'Keeffe's car and they knew they had a patsy all along? I have no fucking clue what you're talking about at all. So, but yeah, the phone was in the garage. Mystery solved. Thank you. Rosaline sends $5, goes, Dr. Turtleboy, forgot to tell you. I don't know why Meredith says she's in Rhode Island while recording you. If the person you are recording is in a two-party state, you must get their consent even if you are not, so still legal. I'm not sure how that works. I've always wondered how that works, but either way, I would argue that like intentionally traveling to Rhode Island just to, first of all, there's no fucking way. It was 4:00 on a Monday. It was Monday. She just goes to Watch Hill, Rhode Island, which of course Taylor Swift has a house down there. Just on a whatever. Just sometimes I go to Watch Hill, Rhode Island. I mean, she better be able to explain that, and people would be like, it's hypocritical if you fucking file charges against her. It's like, no, it's really not. Because her defense can't be, and that fucking breaks my heart it breaks my fucking heart that we're at this position where we're talking about charges and shit. And yeah, I would have to worry, like, what's she going to do next? She going to go to Tully? I feel like that's next. Don't you guys? That's a fucking chance. It's like people that really want to fucking inflict pain on you. That's what they would do. I mean, I didn't think she'd ever fucking record my calls. I didn't think she'd ever say the shit she's saying now. I didn't think she'd ever do that, but she is. And like, mark my words, going to Tully's next. That's going to happen. Like, do not be surprised if that fucking happens. I don't think she'll ever go to Krusty because that's just a bad look. And that's what everyone's expecting her to do. And, but I don't even think she could stomach being around her or pretending to like her. You know what I mean? But going to the state police is certainly, why the fuck not? I mean, it wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Karen turned against me, but her legal defense can't be like her response to this can't be like, well, he recorded Karen. Okay. What does that have to do with you? That can't be that doesn't, whatever. Anyway, next. Farah sends $5, goes, relationships like that do make you question the good stuff or good words. Last relationship did that to me, along with domestic violence, alcoholism, and cheating, but cry and beg me to stay. It's a sick psychological game, mean. So it is not love. Hurts to come to that realization. I haven't dated for over 5 years now because of it. Just take it as a life lesson to be who you are and do what you want. That's the plan, Farah. I appreciate that. And sorry you went through all that shit too. Let's see here. Do we have any more? Yes. And all right, let's see here. Do we have any cash apps? Jenny says sends $10 and says, don't read this. LOL. And then a couple fun emojis. I read it anyway. And thank you, Jenny. I appreciate that very much. So a lot of Jennies these days. Appreciate that. All right, cool. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for tonight. We're not going to get to the Brian Wall shit, but you guys watch it on your own. Watch other YouTube presentations. Anyway, so we'll see you guys. I got a trial Thursday. So next time we'll see you guys is for Sex Cult Thursday night. And we'll see everybody else on it for the weekend live show. All right. Peace to you, bunk grease people.
It calls for